talk to kids every day.
What else do you tell yourself?
That I'm beautiful. Turning everywhere. Words can't bring you down.
Yeah, so the plot of the movie we just watched, what was it called?
K-pop Demon
K-pop Demon Hunters.
We did not just watch it.
Oh, that was a week ago.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do the podcast, but then this guy didn't want to do it.
Well, good thing, because now we have the movie to talk about.
Yeah, but we were going to talk about it after the... Okay,
What?
Anyway. So, like, it starts off, there's, like, these, like, three... No, it doesn't start with 3 girls. It starts off with 3 other girls. There's, like, demons in this world. Korea. Probably the South. They don't talk about the North. But like
terrible beginning to your start of, but anyway, yeah.
Are you gonna let me finish?
Sorry.
You're gonna let me explain the
Shout out Korea.
Yeah. Okay. So demons, they take people's souls and they eat people,
As
but
one
then
does.
like what?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
As one does.
Oh, as one. Okay, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I think you were interrupting me again.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, but then there's like these 3 singers, and they like save the day because their songs. They fight off the demons.
Their songs are just way too good.
They're too good. They're catchy.
They're just too good.
The dance moves are fire.
Yeah, the choreography just kills out all the demons.
Really good.
Yeah.
So they like trap the demons.
They also have swords, so I guess that helps.
Well, no, there's one's got a sword, one's got a
Okay,
staff,
well,
and
my
the other one's
mistake.
got daggers.
My
So get your
mistake.
fucking shit right. Were you even watching the movie?
Like, no.
Name the 3 main characters right now.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
The 3... Shoot.
Rumi.
Facts. Wait. Okay. Rumi? That's one.
Was
Rumi?
Maya one of them?
No, okay, stop. Let me
Well,
let
I'm trying to think of something
Oh, I
else.
thought you knew.
No, I was going to test you. So it was
Okay,
Rumi.
Rumi. I don't think Maya was one.
No, but something similar. Oh, something with an S. Like a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Mira.
Nice.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah.
Like, who is she?
She's the one. She's one of them.
Well, like, which one? The staff, dagger, or sword
Okay,
girl?
which
Oh, no,
one's
it's not
Rumi?
sword girl.
Is Rumi the
Rumi's the
pink
sword
hair?
girl. She's like the main one. She's a demon, by the way, guys. Spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, she's
You
not.
should've done
She's
a
like
spoiler
half.
warning before saying that.
That's fine.
Holy spoiler. Okay, I don't remember.
Okay, or what? Give me a hint of the last person.
It starts with a Z. It rhymes with. I don't know what it rhymes with.
Okay,
It rhymes with. You know that singer named David, and his last name is.
Bowie?
Yes, it rhymes with that.
Oh, Zoe.
Nice.
Oh, she's the dagger one.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she the emo one?
No.
Oh, she's the freestyle one.
Yeah. She's
The
one that has
American
like.
one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Zoe's the American, and Mira is the deadpan one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Because she's the one with the big like staff with like a blade on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like the
She's
weapon
tough.
starts with like an H or something. I don't know what the weapon's called.
I don't know.
A Harlan.
Albert.
Halbert. That's it.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Related to Albert.
Fuck off.
They're brothers.
Anyway, so like they like, they're living their life. They're about to like fully seal the demons away for good.
Okay,
They have
wait.
a really good concept.
I think we should go first. Like, just break down the characters real quick.
No, because I
Rumi-
thought we explained the thing.
All right, my fault.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted for
What?
like the 8th time. Fuck you. Anyway, where was I?
Yeah.
So they're on a plane, and they're like they're flying to their
They have
concert.
ramen.
They have this like really like
They have
big
their
scene where
own
they like
ramen.
eat a bunch of food. They like have their own ramen with their names after it. One of them deep throats, like an entire sushi roll.
Wait, didn't they say like
Rumi
they say
does
some-
that.
Yeah, facts. They say like no, Zoe does that.
No, Rumi deep throats the
You
sushi.
remember?
I remember
that well, huh?
very vividly.
Weirdo.
Where was I? Yeah, and then they fly over the stadium, and they're like, "Why are we flying over the stadium?" And then they're like, demons." And like, so all like the flight attendants,
and the pilot
yeah,
are demons.
they turn out to be demons.
Yeah, they do.
Because they find out because they're watering a plant with coffee. You can't do that.
Telltale sign.
Telltale sign. Someone's a demon. Anyway, So they like
So
they have this
stupid.
cool fight scene, but like it's not just a fight scene.
They're also
It's a
singing.
song scene
It's
as
so
well.
Tough.
It's I don't remember what that one goes like.
It's like, I'm gonna fight you.
No, that's not that one. I remember like the golden one. That one's
I
fun.
know.
That one's good. Anyway, they kill the demons. They just jump out the airplane
They're just
without
like, I'm just
parachutes.
gonna jump.
They just without parachutes and they fly down like
And
a
they
good land in the stadium. Like
Yeah,
like their
perfect
aim is
perfect
insane.
aim, Yep.
They land and they're like
Hey.
hello fans, and then they start
everyone's screaming.
singing.
Sold out massive stadium.
Yeah, so like crazy.
Like they do numbers.
Like they also everybody. I don't know why if this is like a thing, but everybody has like these little handheld light thingies, where they're shaking.
I feel like they just do that at concerts now.
No, I don't think I've ever really seen that, but like everybody had them.
Like when they have their phones out and they wave the light.
No, but it wasn't that. It was like a full on like handheld like.
I don't remember this.
I don't
That's
know.
cool. Maybe it's a Korea thing.
Maybe, we'll look up after.
Okay, I
Educate
get it.
ourselves.
Yeah.
And then they like sing and they like crush it and they're like, whoa, that was great. And so now they're gonna have a break because they've been singing so much.
They
They're
need
doing
a
lot of
break. They need a
tours.
break. And their manager, what's his name? Ronnie?
Bobby,
Oh shit. Bobby's
I
the
think-
goat, I won't lie.
he is the go. I still don't know who he's voiced by, but he sounds familiar.
Oh, I don't
We'll
know.
find that out later.
Maybe.
Anyway, they go back to like the really cool like apartment / like Avengers tower,
Yeah, penthouse.
and and they're like about to go on like the couch because they like say couch a lot, and they're about to relax. But then like Rumi, she leaks their new song coming up, Golden.
Was it Rumi?
Yeah, it was because she's
Are
the
you
main
sure?
one. Yes,
Okay.
you've got the worst memory.
I don't know.
Were you No, because you were watching your.
I was watching my game.
Your
but I was
soccer
still paying
highlights.
attention. I'm chiming it well.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
She leaks it.
she leaks it, and then they don't get a break, but they
We
get
gotta
like
start
new.
promo.
They get new
And
costumes.
Bobby's like, we gotta start promo.
Yeah, Bobby, we're gonna start promo. And so they start getting ready to like get their songs down.
It's golden, right?
Yeah, it's golden.
Yes. And that's how. Wait, the golden is how they're gonna heal the whole world.
The moon gay? No, gay moon. What was it called?
The gay moon.
Oh no, ho moon.
Home. It's not home moon.
Home moon.
It's not called home moon.
100% home moon.
You thought it was home moon.
No, it's
not
100% home moon. So the home moon's like the barrier. The home moon's the barrier that keeps the demons away.
Because you thought it was home moon.
I'm
You
pretty sure it's
can't
home moon.
read.
So the home moon's like the
I
barrier
promise
that keeps like the demons away.
I don't know if that's what it
And
is.
so they gotta turn it golden to like really like save the day for good. And so they're gonna release a song called Golden. While they're practicing, it cuts to it, the underworld.
It's, I promise
Where
you it's not
what's his name? The devil's name? Giwa. Why am I low key?
Giwa-
Giwa's 100% the demon's name, right?
Maybe.
I think so.
It's not home moon. It's Han moon. But we'll just call it
No,
home moon.
home moon. No, hone moon. Because it definitely sounded like home moon.
It's HONM.
Yeah, but they probably pronounce it home moon because it sounds cooler, and it's closer to home moon,
Okay.
which is funny.
That is funny. The
And
home moon.
Giwa's like,
It is the magic.
darn, like those fucking stupid
thought it was
pilots,
Giwa.
demons. What did I say?
Giwa.
I thought Giwa.
Giwa. Okay, whatever.
Anyway,
That guy.
that
He's
guy.
like a big roaring fire.
Yeah, but it's like a mouth fire.
Facts.
He's like, damn, those like flight attendants failed me again.
Stupid flight.
Actually, no.
They didn't bring me my peanuts.
Damn, at least they're getting paid now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that strike ended.
Oh,
But
facts.
they this demon guy comes up and he's like, hey, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you
And
gonna
he
do?
has
And
a
maybe
tough ass hat on.
he does the tough ass hat.
Yeah.
He's got a cool cat as well.
He does have a cool cat. That comes later though, right?
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm gonna make a boy band. Like 5 guys show up beside him. And
Yeah,
then
they
go
do.
like, ooh up. And then like,
And then
and then the guy's like,
that's not gonna work
that's not gonna work. And these other guys were like, that's 100% gonna work.
because they're like mad cool.
Yeah.
They're
And
good
so
at
they're like,
singing.
okay, that's gonna work. So then they leave for the actual world.
Yeah,
and
they
it
do.
cuts back to the 3.
And they're chilling.
They're not chilling. They're practicing.
Well, yeah, but in
To
a
sing
chill way.
Golden?
Like they're cool.
But
like, they're,
Rumi
they're
can't
not
hit a
mad.
note.
Ah.
She can't hit a note. And so they're like, oh shit, we gotta
Mhm.
like help you. So they try and like figure out things that they can do for them to like
You're right.
fix her throat.
Yeah. Because you
And-
keep throwing the sushi. Wait, maybe that's why.
Wait,
no
wait.
way.
No, it was definitely the childhood trauma she had.
Whatever.
We'll get to that. But so they go to this doctor
Mm.
who's
And
like
the
not
doctor
really a
has weird
doctor.
eyes. He
He's
has
like a
super
his fan,
weird
he's got
eyes.
weird eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a fan, but he gives him like this tonic water, but it's actually just grape juice. So they get like the juice tonic water, but before she can drink it, the guys come by and they
bump
pass her in the
into her.
alleyway and they bump into her and she
And
drops all the
her
tonic
grape
waters.
juice.
And you think that he's gonna like catch her, but he doesn't. He's just like snarkily just looks
But
at her and
then,
goes,
but then
I bumped into you. And then they like, oh,
But
what?
They're like hella hot.
Yeah.
So they fall in love.
They
kinda.
fall, yeah, they're like, ooh, they're kind of cute. And so they follow them. But then the guys, they go into like this square and they start singing their new song. What was it? Soda Pop?
Soda Pop.
Catchy.
It is catchy.
I'll give you that.
So catchy.
It was really,
It's so catchy.
couldn't tell you what it goes like right
Me
now,
neither.
but it's catchy.
My Soda Pop.
Nope. Oh, what does it go to? No,
It's like my Soda Pop Pop.
You just added another pop.
My Soda Pop Pop Pop.
Okay, you're killing it.
Anyway, so
And so
but
they
the
start
girls,
saying-
the three girls don't want to like the song.
But then they
But
find
then
out.
they're like they can't even help move
Yeah,
to it.
but then
That's how
they're
catchy
like
it is.
their marks, like their demon marks appear, and the
Right.
girls get like racist on it. They're like, "Oh, demons, we're
They're
gonna
like
kill
yeah,
them."
it's like getting
Yeah,
slurry.
just because they look different, they want to
Do
kill
they
them.
look different.
Well, yeah, because they got tattoos on them. Like
I
they
guess.
did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "Oh, we gotta kill them," but like then the demon guys start stealing their fans, their
Yeah, they do.
popularity. So they're like, there's a less chance that they're gonna turn the whole moon golden. So they start writing this new song. No, before they write the song, they're like, we're gonna kill them first.
Mhm.
So they go to like, the boy band's already doing like promotion for
Mhm.
Soda Pop, and they're like doing a hot sauce chugging contest, and they win.
The one
And
guy
so-
wins.
Yeah, what's his name?
Long hair, right?
Oh my God, they're called the Saja Boys, aren't they?
Yes.
And Baby Saja. Why do I know this? Why do I
Baby
have this
Saja
memory?
wins, you're right.
He wins.
Yeah.
He wins. He beats the host. And so they're like, we're gonna stick it from behind. But then the demon boys notice them,
They
and
spin
they're
it
like,
around.
they're like, oh, they're gonna collab with us. And so they
And
like
it was-
hop in this slide, but like since they're in leather, it's like really screechy,
yeah.
and so it's like really it's
Just funny.
bad. So they lose more fans. And then I can't remember what they do at that point.
They just sit next to each other and talk about
Yeah.
the new song.
And
so
then
the boy band's like pretending to be super nice.
I thought you were gonna continue.
No, I'm just saying like they're pretending to be friendly.
Yeah, they're trying to act human-ish.
Oh.
I mean, you think?
Yeah.
But then they disappear into like the bathhouse, and the girls follow them, and then they start
As one
fighting
does.
as one does, and then they follow them into the bathhouse. But like they're fully clothed, so they're like darn.
Oh man.
But there's still demons that will fight them. So then they start fighting them. But
Right
then
in
they
the
call backup with more demons, so they're all fighting.
True.
And
river
Rumi-
demons. The river demons.
The river demons.
And it's Mira's fit. Mira's like, oh, my favorite.
Yeah. Oh
You
my God, I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
No, you were
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And so like Rumi then goes after the main guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his name is.
Me neither.
All right. Anyway.
So no, that's
Oh no, yeah. Jiso?
maybe Loki is
Loki is Jiso.
Loki is Jiso.
Yeah. Okay. So we just call him Big G. So she goes. she goes after Big
Ruby
G.
goes after Big G.
Ruby goes after Big G, and
If
she's
you come
like,
at Big G, you better not miss.
She's like, Big G, I want your Big D, and then he's like, no, you
She's
can't
not-
have it.
she's
And so
That is
he
not
then
true.
discovers that she's plot twist, guys, like half demon because her dad was a
She's
demon.
mixed.
Yeah, she's mixed. She's mixed race.
Shout out mixed race.
Mm-hmm.
Is demon a race?
I get, or they're more like a species. So it's like mixed species.
Whoa, interbreeding.
So she's basically
She's like
like
a
a
mule.
mule. Oh! Wait, so can she not reproduce then? That... well, 'cause
That's
mules
an
can't.
animation.
Well, if there's a part 2, then we gotta know. Because scientifically, she can't. Because horses and donkeys can mate
Yes.
to make a mule, but
Yes.
mules aren't a species
This is-
because they can't get
Everyone
viable
knows this.
offspring.
Same with a heaney. A heaney.
I'm trying to think Heaney right now.
Heaney's like a. It's like a. Mule is like a male horse, female donkey, and heaney's the opposite. I think.
Oh, okay. Also, you know what I found out apparently recently? I was always told that platypus were kind of like platypi were kind of like mules, but it was a duck and a beaver. Apparently that's not
so
true.
stupid.
Apparently that's not true.
How long did you think that?
Since I moved to Canada.
You're actually a dumbass.
I use Canadian propaganda.
Platypus are like elite.
No, they are. They're so cool. They've got
They're
like
cool.
the females have got like venom in there.
They have like every possible thing. Like,
Yeah.
they're
And they're
mammal,
mammals, but they lay
yeah.
eggs.
Also, about heenies.
Yeah.
Our chemistry teacher
Mhm.
in high school, he was telling us this. Did he tell you his heenie story?
No.
Okay, his family
That sounds
had
really
2 heenies. His family had 2 heenies.
Oh, the one that died on the fence.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
okay.
his heenie, his name was Boris.
Boris the
I
Heenie.
feel like it was Boris. That might be a lie. Boris like bit an electric
Big
cord
B.
and then died like standing up in like he just like died
Like tensed up.
instantly.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. That's his story.
That's
and
really
they like
interesting.
walked out and they like touched him and he just like fell over.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's kind of funny.
That's so sad.
No, it was sad. I don't know. I don't remember why he told us that story.
What was the context?
I have no
Were you like
idea.
in volts or amps or something?
Like no.
I guess it wouldn't have been physics.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
shout out Boris the Heaney.
Yeah.
His Loki, the name might have been Eeyore.
Wait, that's so.
I'm pretty sure it was Eeyore.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
Eeyore.
not.
How'd you
Boris.
go from Boris to
The
Eeyore?
other one was named Boris.
Okay.
Anyway,
So Boris is still
and then they have
alive.
to like roll the like dead stiffed up the dead stiffed up Heaney like down the hill in a wagon or something. I don't know why they did that.
Okay, so back to the story. Speaking
That
of
was
stiffed
good.
up, Big G was stiffed up when he realized
For
she was a
Ruby,
demon.
Yeah, she was like.
He was
yeah.
like, "Oh wait, I've got a chance." But then she's like, "No, I'll never join you." So it's like kind of like Star Wars, like, "I hate you, I'll never join you." No, those are two different episodes.
Anyway,
She rips her sleeve, and that's how he sees the
right.
tattoos.
Yes.
And as her friends are getting like overwhelmed with like the river demons, he like comes in for like embraces with like a big hug, and then he like wraps like a towel around her thing so her friends don't find out. So, Big G's, he seems chill so far. There's
He's
good
a
in
G.
him. I can fix him. She thinks, not me.
Yes.
Why would I think that? So.
I don't want to think that either.
So then she like pulls up and she like there's this cool epic fight scene and they kill all the river demons.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
But
okay.
she's lost her step. She's like.
Yeah, she's like thrown off. She's
Yeah.
like she's not in
Like
her
the
right,
other
like-
two kind of carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though she's usually the leader.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like, what's going on, Rumi?
I know.
Yeah.
Like Rumi the fuck.
Rumi, bro.
So
Rumi,
basically
bro.
they go back. Enough. So they go back to Avengers Tower, and they're like fixing up. They're like, okay, we need to come up with a diss track.
Yeah.
What should we call it? What did they call it?
I was gonna say dominate, but that's
No,
definitely not it. Annihilate? No.
No, you know.
Oh, wait, it's coming to me.
Terminate?
No.
Maybe it's a T. Takedown.
Yeah!
It does start with a T.
Nice.
They're gonna come up with a song, but before they come up with a song, they decide to go to bed. And while Rumi's in bed, her bedroom, a cat and a bird show up.
The cat show, yeah.
Yeah,
The
they're
cat
both
and
like
the bird
fitted
has
out.
a hat,
Yeah,
too, Well,
yeah.
the cat's kind of not wearing anything.
The cat's not wearing anything, but Bird has a hat.
Yes.
But
So
the
they're
cat
not-
doesn't.
Yeah, but so they're not both fitted up.
Bird has a hat and the cat.
Bird and the cat and the
Does
hat.
not.
And the hat on the mat. And the rat.
And
And the chat.
Rumi's like, what is this?
What?
and they have like a letter in the tongue of the cat.
As one does.
As one does. And the cat gives the letter with the bird on the hat on its head to Rumi.
Yes.
And Rumi takes it, and it's Big G, and he's like,
Come see
yo,
me,
baby, pull
girl.
up. Come through, baby girl.
Yeah, slide through.
Baby demon. And so she's like, ooh, why would I ever do that? But then she like
She does it anyway.
piques her curiosity.
What?
And so she like goes to see him. Well,
No, we're
before
not
she goes
doing
to
this.
see him, oh my god, what do you call the other one? Not Zoe.
Mira
Mira.
walks in the room.
And
walks in Rumi's room.
Yeah.
The Rumi room.
And so she tries to hide the cat, but the cat has like this thing where it always like tips over things.
It knocks over the garbage can and
Yeah.
it tries to tip it back up over and over again. And
Yeah. Wait,
Rumi's scared.
we're
that no one will
hiking
see.
dumb. This scene's not till later. Because the first time the bird lands on the windowsill and it brings Rumi around the balcony where the bird comes.
Yes, okay, well, that's fine.
Anyway, she goes and meets up with Big G. And Big G's like, how come your friends don't know you're a demon? Like, why are you a demon?
Yeah.
She's like, it's none of your business.
Are you a fake friend?
Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
You're hot. And so they like have this argument and then they fight. But it's
they're,
not
like,
really a fight.
singing, and they start singing.
No,
Rumi
that-
starts singing. What?
Does Rumi start singing?
I swear that's it.
No, because there's a singing after where they both sing and they just start flying for whatever reason.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Which never explained. Scientifically, it doesn't make sense.
Shut up.
In the lore. Anyway, but I'm trying to remember how they talk, and then like she's like, "I'll never join you. You're a demon, and I'm not. I'm gonna banish my demonness or something." And so they leave to make Takedown.
Yeah.
And they start coming up with like a beat. Then there's this huge
And
montage.
Zoe's trying to lay the track down.
Because Zoe's the rapper.
And Zoe's the rapper.
Zoe's the rapper.
She's from America.
Yeah. So they start making like the song and stuff, and there's a montage of them like losing fans, and each group is like making popularity and losing popularity. And then they kind of have the lyrics going, but Rumi starts having, no, not yet. they then go to do like a signing where they would have fans like sign stuff, and then like the boys.
Genu. Is that what we said? It's Genu.
No, you said Jisoo.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It starts with a J as well, not even a G. So Big J shows.
No, we'll call him Big G because it's still Genu.
Okay, so Big J shows up, and he's like, "We're actually here to sign as well." So they split their tables, and they're gonna have like
half the fans.
The fans,
which is an
but
issue.
then Remy, not Remy, that's the mouse rat.
Anyone can cook.
Anyone can cook. Anyone can sing. But Rumi comes over with the plan. She's like, actually, instead of splitting the fans, let's share them so they combine tables and they're all like sitting next to each other. And like while they're like doing this, like Rumi keeps like stomping on Big G's like toe.
Did you know that Zoe is 154 centimeters tall?
No, I don't even know what's that in feet.
No. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, where was I? Right, she's stomping on his foot because she's got like feet fetish, like Rohan or something.
What? I don't know.
He licked my toes earlier.
I did not.
He did. Oh.
Let the record show.
And then they
it's
like everybody.
Burbank, California.
Burbank, so it's close to Bronx.
No, it's not.
Wait, California?
Yeah.
You said New York.
I did.
It's okay. So I'm more right than you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, because at least mine started with a B. You went from a completely other side of the country.
Whatever.
So she's from Bronson, Burbank, California?
Yes.
Yeah. Where was I? They were playing footsie under the table.
Oh,
and then,
apparently she has ADHD.
Oh, that's probably why she makes all the books. Of like lyrics and stuff.
That's probably what. Oh my god.
So they're playing footsie. And then everybody realizes they're like, oh, they're playing footsie. And so like everybody thinks they're dating now.
Right.
They're not dating now.
And then
but then because of that, then we go back to the part where the bird and the cat with the hat. No, not the cat with the hat. The bird with the hat and the cat show up in Rumi's room.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mia?
Mira.
Huh?
Mira
shows up. And she's like trying to, like, Rumi's trying to hide the cat in the hat. No,
The cat with the bird in the
cat with the bird in the hat. In the room.
Yeah.
And then eventually, yeah, because then Mira's like, why are you having second thoughts about the lyrics? Because now Rumi's like, maybe those lyrics are like,
ass.
You know, not just ass, maybe they're like
also mean
and like rude.
Because I might like Big G.
I might like Big G. And I want his Big G.
Stop.
No, okay. His Big P?
No.
His Big C?
Stop.
Okay, fine. His Demon D.
Stop.
Okay, anyway. And so Mira's like, what the fuck, man? You're supposed to be the leader. Why are you being so stupid? So she leaves.
Why are you damn bad? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Rumi's like, ugh, I can't with her. I need to go see
my room.
Rumi needs to leave her room to go see Big G. And so she goes see Big G in the same spot as before.
Yeah.
And then
the G spot.
the G spot.
The big G spot.
Big G's in the G spot.
The big G spot.
Ruby goes to see Big G in the G spot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Anyway.
And then like this old lady sees them. She's like, oh, you're such a cute couple.
Oh,
and they're like, oh, we're not a couple. And
but they're like,
oh, thank you, man.
Awkward, yeah.
Yeah. And then they leave. And then like out of nowhere, they're just like, Rumi's like, oh, like you're a demon. I shouldn't like you, but like you can change. And he like tells her his backstory.
And his backstory was he was poor, and then there was these voices
in his head,
and then it made him be rich.
But it was actually Giwa in his head.
Giwa or yeah.
Giwa?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Which is the big demon fire mouth thing.
Yeah.
And then just as a recap, and then his mom and sister are like doing so good, but then they take it all away, and his mom and sister get captured.
Yeah.
And then he has to go
and become a demon.
I don't remember why. He just does.
I
feel like it Loki.
I think he like it could use a little bit of maybe in the next one.
Yeah.
If they do make one. But then she's like, that's so sad. That's so silly. That's so sad. I'm so sad for you. Like, do you want to sing together or something? And so then they sing together.
She starts singing and then he joins in.
Yeah.
Right?
And then they start
Well,
flying.
no, she starts singing and then he does a verse and then they sing together.
Yeah. It was a good song as well.
I don't remember what it goes like. It was good though.
And then they start flying.
Yeah, as one
does. And then they land back down safely.
Which is good. Yeah.
Ideal.
Yeah.
And then she leaves, and once she leaves, Big G gets called back to Big D in the underworld.
Is it called Big D? Why are we calling
Because he's like the big
Big
demon.
Demon? Okay.
Yeah.
Big G is
Or
gonna
Big
go
F.
see Big
But
D.
Big F isn't as fun.
We're gonna go see Big D.
Yeah, okay.
And then, yeah.
And then he's like, your plan is working, but like, why are you getting caught up in your feelings?
Yeah, why are you catching feelings? But
Yeah.
they're eating a bunch of souls.
They're eating. They're
we
eating
forgot
good. They're eating good.
There's like a montage.
I said
of
the
them eating
montage.
all the souls. Did
Oh,
you?
not the soul part.
Yeah,
I said them. Yeah, okay.
yeah. There's like a few souls getting eaten throughout. Anyway.
Oh, because they start with like the old naked guy in the bathtub.
True.
Mm-hmm.
As what
That's what it does.
That started
Oh,
most things.
that just reminded me. Or maybe this is next. But they're like, the Big D says to Big G, is like, you need to like finish what you started.
Yeah.
Like complete the
That's a
mission.
direct quote.
Like, finish what you started. Like complete the mission.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'll do what I like have to.
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes back to the world, and then there's the montage
Of
of
them
the
eating
demon.
all those
Yeah,
souls. They're
and
sucking
because
the
of that,
souls.
they're sucking them dry.
Sucking them dry.
And then because of
Sucking them stiff.
Sure.
And then
And then there's a train, and the
Yes.
three girls end up on the train, and they can't really finish the song Takedown that they're making because they're like, they also have like the duty to like protect people or whatever.
As well,
Great
yeah,
power,
so
great
stupid,
responsibility. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're finally on the train, and like Rumi and like Mira keep like arguing,
Yeah.
but like then they finally like kill all the demons on the train. But while they were fighting the demons, all the people on the train got like the soul sucked out of them.
because Rumi got distracted.
Because Rumi got distracted. And so they have all these arguments, and then they finally come up with the song. And then they go to, like, the like, X Factor of Korea.
Yeah.
The K Factor.
Maybe.
Maybe. What was it called?
I don't
Idol Factor? It wasn't not Factor.
I don't know.
Idol.
I don't think we're gonna get this.
But no, it started with Idol.
Maybe.
Or it had Idol in it.
Maybe.
Like, so they go to this Idol show. And they're
And
like...
it's like the ultimate, because they're like the rating
Ultimate
champions.
Idol?
Maybe.
Maybe.
They're like the 7 I think it was
Big
7
Eye.
time. They were the 7-time reigning champions of this big award.
Because,
The-
like, they're, like,
the-
the protectors of Earth or whatever.
Yeah. What's their band even called? Oh,
Huntrix.
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 No, it's not.
Yeah, it's 100%
Yeah, you're
Huntrix.
right.
Because it's, yeah. I don't know why I know that, but yeah. Okay,
Is it
where were we? And so they're gonna, like, they go through the first stages, and both the Saja Boys and Huntrix each win a couple times. And then it comes down to the finals where it's them
It
versus
is
them.
Huntrix, but it's like Hunter/X.
Yeah, but they say Huntrix.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
And so they're in the final round, and they're getting ready to do the final round.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna sing Takedown, but then they're like, guys, Rumi's like, guys, hate's not the way. Let's not sing Takedown. And so they're like, okay, we won't sing Takedown. And so then it's time for like the Saja Boys to go. They're going first, but then for whatever reason, Big G stops them from going. So then Huntrix is up first, and so they decide not to do Takedown. They're gonna be like, nah, no takedown. We're gonna do Golden. So they start singing Golden. It's going really well.
A quick note also. Big G is like 400 years old. There's
Yeah.
a bit of a weird age gap with Rumi.
That is true.
Anyway.
Yeah.
There's room between them.
Yep. Anyway. What was I saying?
I don't
Oh yeah,
know.
they start singing.
Yes.
But then like what Rumi doesn't realize is that Mira and Zoe that she's with on stage aren't actually them. They're demons in disguise.
And also Rumi's
Demons
singing
in
really
disguise.
good.
Rumi's like crushing
hitting the
it.
notes. Yeah, she's going crazy.
Oh, we forgot to mention that. Like the reason her vocals weren't very good and they had to get like the tonic grape juice earlier
It's because
because her tattoos were growing over her vocal cords.
Yeah.
And so that was like
That's why.
inhibiting her from singing properly.
Good word.
Thank you. I've been working on my diction. Anyway. I wonder how many times I've said anyway or and then and then they did this.
And then
Okay, and then Zoe and Mira are trying to say Bobby because Bobby's in trouble, but then Bobby's not actually Bobby, it's a demon. It's Demon Bobby.
Also, wait, we forgot that Bobby was like trying to sign the Saja Boys too.
Oh, was he?
Right? Wasn't there he like kind of was switching or he was, not in like a bad way. He was just like maybe I should sign them too. Wasn't there something about that?
No, I just remember he got like turned.
He also likes them. Like he likes the other band.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry.
And then like Zoe and Mira, they're like, "Oh no, Bobby's like a demon." Like, what the fuck? And then they realize that they're singing on stage. They're like, "Who the fuck's singing on stage with Rumi?" And they're like,
how they didn't realize
"Those
before.
aren't. That isn't us." and then like the lights go out, I think.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on this part. And then all of a sudden Takedown starts playing.
Right.
And they're like, what's
And
happening?
Rumi's confused.
Rumi's not singing it, but the demons are.
And they're actually taking down her.
Yeah, she's the Takedown
She's
E.
Takedown.
I think Takedown E was better.
Okay.
So she's the Takedown E. And she's like, what? And then they start like ripping off her clothes. That's what does.
Like, yeah, there's no other way to describe
And,
it.
like, that's the best way.
Yeah. Because they want to show the scars.
Yeah,
or the tattoos.
the tattoos.
The markings.
Yeah. Her flaws.
Oh.
And then everybody's like, oh, she's a demon. And then like everybody starts being racist towards her. And then Zoe and Mira are like, why wouldn't you tell us? And she's like, guys, I wanted to, but like, I thought you would freak out. And they're like, well, you're right, we did freak out, so you should have kept it a secret, but it's not a secret, so now we're like fucking angry at you.
Yeah.
And so they like the Huntrix breaks up. It went from a trio to like a
duo and a one.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how numbers work.
Nice.
And so then does Rumi meet up with Big G after? And it's like, what the fuck? No. Because then they all leave. And then the Saja boys come out. Oh no, the Saja boys are doing like a big like concert now.
And they're like, oh, we were so sorry to hear about the Hendrix breakup.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying of them.
And yeah, exactly. And then they're gonna throw like a big concert where they reveal themselves as demons. And then like everybody gets brainwashed.
They'll suck all the souls.
Yeah, and so like then Rumi goes to the old, because like basically like every generation there's different 3 girls that have the powers. She goes to the one of the last 3 girls of the last band who raised her.
Yeah,
because
like
her mother died.
Yeah.
But like she raised her and she was like, hey, you shouldn't like show your demon marks because like they're bad.
Uh-huh.
And then Rumi asks the girl that like her like stepmom, her mom, basically she's like, what should I do? And she goes, you can still fix this, you can hide your marks. And then Rumi's like, no, enough, I'm breaking this cycle. Like my demon marks, like they're who I am. Like your Ho Moon's made off of fear and hate. I'm gonna make my own Ho Moon. I'm gonna ho out. And so she goes.
I'm gonna ho down.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of anyway. So then the showdown hoedown happens.
the Ho Moon showdown.
The showdown. The showdown hoedown.
Okay. Wouldn't it be better the other way? The show hoedown.
The hoedown?
Hoedown?
Show hoedown.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway.
They ho.
And they down. At the concert. Yeah. And she pops up and she starts singing.
She's like, this is who I am.
Yeah, she starts singing and she starts singing like the song's like really about like her and like her a real person or something.
Yeah, they're doing it off the dome.
Yeah, off the dome. Like this freestyle.
Or she does it off the dome.
Kinda like this, but ours is better. And then like Zoe and Mira start chiming in.
And they're like, you know what? You're pretty cool.
You're right. And like the sick beat behind you, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
So they join in as well and they start like freestyling as well. And they start like fighting
each other's like
back the Saja boys.
And they're really fighting. They're going crazy.
But then like it gets to like the climax.
Mm-hmm.
And like Big G's like he's all conflicted. He's like, my conflictions. I don't know what to do. And then Giwa's like, ha ha ha. You think your songs have any meaning? Rah! And
I think it's actually Gisa.
I swear it's Giwa.
Okay.
We'll look up in a second. Why don't you look up while I've got this last part? And then Giwa like charges at Rumi and Rumi's like, oh fuck, and she like tries to block it and she's like blocking.
That's a direct quote.
She's like,
oh fuck.
Oh fuck. She's like blocking it and then she like can't block it anymore.
Yep.
And like it breaks apart and then like Giwa goes to attack her again.
It's Gima.
Gima?
Yeah.
Oh, so like Gima like goes to attack her again. But then Big G he like comes in and he like blocks him with his back, but his like face is still towards Rumi. So he's like trying to rizz up one more time, you know.
He's dying. He's dying.
He's trying to die on the gasm.
Elite callback.
And then he's like, Rumi, you're right. I could be good again. He's like, and she's like, no, like Big G,
just
how
come back.
She's like, Big G, like we're never gonna be together.
Yeah.
Like what?
I want you.
No. You can't give up your Big D like that. And then he's like, it's okay. I'll be with you like in spirit.
Oh, but wait. we also find out in between this that he lied about his backstory.
Oh,
because he's actually not. I don't remember though. He like betrayed his mom and sister.
Yeah, so he didn't actually like feed his mom and sister.
He did for a little bit, and then the demons got to him.
When he said that, like Rumi was like sick. She's like, if you leave your moms and sis in the hood, you make me sick to my stomach, fam. So I'm gonna go smoke that you.
Direct quote.
Direct quote. And so that happened, but then she's like, "Oh, you redeemed yourself."
Waste you.
But like right at the last second, and then he like disintegrates and like dies a brutal, sad death.
Yeah.
As a failure, as one does. And then, so our memories are starting to fade now.
No, doesn't Big G just like kill the big demon?
No, Big G sacrifices.
No, but in doing so like kills the big demon. Right?
No, I swear, because then he gives them like one final hit, because they gotta hit like the climax of the song where they hit the final note, and they either make the golden home moon, or they kill him and then make the golden home moon.
They giving her his soul. Oh, he gives her. The soul like goes into her.
Oh, his soul, Big G,
and then
he like Big G's soul
they
bonds.
They empower the band, and then Huntrix defeats the Demon King.
Okay, so they kill Gima,
and they make a new home moon,
a golden home moon,
a new golden home moon.
And so then like it like they're like everybody's like, yeah, we did it, woo, and then they're back,
and then all their fans are back.
Yeah, they're all back.
Yeah,
but like Rumi's like, she's like, fuck. That situationship ended and I didn't get that D, and so she's really sad, and they're like, we should just take a break. But then they like exit some random alleyway they're in, as one does, and then there's like these three little girls, and they're like, they kind of remind me of us, don't they? And then Zoe and Mira are like, they're like, yeah, we can't take a break. With great power comes great responsibility. And so they like go up and they talk to the fans, and they're like, oh my god, we're your fans, like,
yeah.
Whoa! And so, like, basically, then, like, it ends.
But like, also, Rumi's now, like, wearing her tattoos with pride.
Yeah. Oh, because she turns her tattoos golden, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her
tattoos are differently. Is it?
Maybe not.
Maybe. She probably styles it different.
Probably.
Yeah. It's probably, like, curly now, because she, like, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway.
And then, like, the movie ended.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, out of, like, 5, what would you give that movie?
So here's the thing. I don't know, but what I do know is that the ending was like not. I don't know. I feel like the ending wasn't that good. You know what I mean?
The song was good.
Was it?
Off the Dome.
It
was kind
of. Off the Dome was good, but like there were better songs, and also I feel like the ending was like a bit rushed, and like it didn't really make sense.
Yeah, like
I was like, what happened? I was like, what's going on?
I hate when movies don't like. I love when movies have like 20 minutes after the final climax to kind of wrap up everything.
It's not even that. It's like, just the climax itself was like kind of not that cool. Like the last fight wasn't that good. And
it kind of didn't make sense in the end, because the whole point was Rumi was trying to show that like demons could change. Yeah. And then when Big G finally changed and died, they're like, oh my god, demons can change. Let's massacre the rest of them. Yeah. And so they just killed them all. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It was kind of funny. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. It was just kind of rushed.
I give it like a 3 out of 5.
3?
The animation. I like the animation.
I'm running like a 2.
Okay. Animation I thought was good.
Check out my Letterboxd. I'm plugging my Letterboxd. Plugging the Letterboxd.
Like, the animation was good. It had a bunch of funny, like, jokes.
My Letterboxd will be linked in the description.
The jokes were funny. Or, I already said that. The songs were good.
Yeah. It was alright.
It was very predictable.
Yeah.
I think, didn't I predict, like, half the movie before the first scene popped up?
It was like, they're gonna fall in love.
Yeah, and then, like, he's gonna die or something.
I
sacrifice. I definitely predicted the home moon, not like they're about to get it and then they didn't get it.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was good.
It was alright. They did do K-pop and they did hunt demons, so
like,
what more could I ask for?
You can't judge it by its color.
Didn't or the name.
Moral of the story.
Yeah. Proof that anyone that looks ugly will also act ugly. I'm just kidding.
How does that relate at all?
Because you can judge a book by its cover.
His color? That's racist. You can't judge him.
You can buy its color.
That was pretty good. That was the first. We've done an album review and a movie review. We're doing pretty good. We're never doing a book review. I don't read.
I do.
Okay.
I also drink matcha.
Listens to Claro.
Okay, I don't like matcha. Anyway,
I don't think I've ever had it.
it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like just like drinking grass.
I can't ever say I really drank grass, so I don't know.
No, but that's like
what
if you
like.
it's like what you imagine drinking grass to be.
I'm trying to. Does that mean like all cows are like? Oh wait, no, because all cows are female. All bulls are performative.
Like yeah,
I
probably.
mean, they do have like bull like shows and stuff where they gotta perform.
They do, and they do have horns.
Okay. What does that mean?
Horny.
Horny on it.
Anyway, it was a cool movie.
Yeah. We watched it
wasn't
on the
false
fly.
advertising, to be fair.
Yeah, we watched it
didn't
on
watch
the
it off
fly.
the fly. It was a game time decision.
But I think the biggest question of them all though is, where have we been?
Where have we been?
Where
yes,
have we been?
It has been a long time since our last podcast.
Yeah, the fans have been wanting more.
The many fans.
Yeah.
They were in the comments. They were in the DMs.
Was it Garrett?
Yeah, they were in
we
the...
see you, Garrett.
We
We hear you.
The Discord mods. They were in the Reddit. They were in the deep subreddit.
Yeah,
The
our
deep
OnlyFans.
racist channels that Finn's in.
What?
Fun fact, Finn's
No,
on
not fun
deep
fact. And not a fact.
Racist Reddit.
Nope.
That's how I met him, actually. I was trying to infiltrate it, and I met Finn on.
Okay, why are you making yourself some type of like fucking hero? I was infiltrating it because I'm just like, I'm just such a well-dressed, matcha drinking, feminist literature reading.
They probably wouldn't want me on there. You're exactly what they're.
What the
for.
fuck?
Anyway, that's how we met. He was on there.
No, we weren't.
He was on there just like.
I was actually
spewing.
watching illegal movies online, and I popped up asking if I was lonely, and I was like, yeah. And so I went to the address it told me to go to, and he was just there in an alleyway in like a really sexy skirt.
No, I wasn't.
He gave me the meanest head.
That's we're
to.
cutting this.
No, we're not.
Anyway, he was just spewing
I gave him
racism.
my big D.
He was just spewing racism.
No,
and,
no. He was just sucking, like really hard.
Anyway,
for so long.
Yeah, it's been. When was our last podcast? January. Yeah, right. New Year's.
Yeah.
So it's been January,
8
February,
months.
March, April,
8 months.
May, June,
8
July,
months.
August.
8 months.
Nice.
And 23 days.
How do you remember?
Oh no, because it wasn't. It was not
No,
actually
it was
January 1st.
June.
It was still like it was around 8 months.
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
So yeah.
Wait, we passed our year anniversary of making this podcast.
Whoa.
This is low-key crazy.
Wait, we didn't even acknowledge
Oh
that.
my God.
That's bad.
That's crazy.
Well, happy 1 year.
Yeah, man. It's been a blast. I couldn't imagine doing a podcast
anyway.
with anybody but you.
Aw, except for Evan.
Maybe
Evan, come on.
Evan, come on.
Anyway, 8 months. Could have had a baby almost.
I know, we could have.
Guys.
I'm pregnant.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. But yeah, where were we?
Well, where were you? Well, we weren't together the whole time, were we?
Well, yeah, we kind of did get split up at one point.
Get split up.
So basically what happened
That's why we couldn't do the podcast.
We were trying to
Well,
make
how about
another...
you tell what you were doing?
Yeah.
And I'll do... Yeah.
Well, it kind of started off where it was both of us at one point.
Yeah.
We were going to try and make a podcast, and we were linking up to make a podcast.
I was actually walking over to your house.
Well, no, because you got into the house.
Yes, this is true. Yeah.
Because you drank the water out of the bowl.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did get my water pulled, but you were...
We basically sat down, we were getting ready to record, but then, like, out of nowhere, like, the power in my house went out.
There was, an ice storm, right? Because this was, like, early February.
It was early February. Yeah. At first, we thought it was an ice storm, but then we quickly realized it wasn't, because, like, a bag went over both of our heads.
Yeah.
And we were taken.
Uh-huh.
And so...
But they were, like, making ice sounds. Like,
yeah, like, they're
like,
ice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know why we're laughing. It's just like how we deal with trauma.
Yeah, I know. It's been a lot, man, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Anyway, so the bags were... Well, the thing
over
is...
our heads.
The bag was over my head. I didn't know what was going on with you. I could just see bags.
Well, I saw the
and usually
bag.
I like seeing bags.
Well, what was happening? Because we were in my living room, at my dining table.
Yeah.
And you were at the side with the window.
Yeah.
And so I saw, like, a figure come over, like, in the window, like, behind me. And I was like, what the fuck? And then somebody dropped down from the ceiling. Bagged you, and then I got bagged after.
Yeah, we got bagged up.
And so we stuck together for a little bit.
I remember yelling. Fan!
I was like,
and you were like,
Rohit,
it's gonna be okay.
I remember screaming out. I was like, Kitten Whiskers, and you were like, I'm okay, Pookie.
I don't remember that.
I remember it vividly. And
trauma does things.
Yeah, and at first we thought we got thrown into like the back of a truck, but it was actually like a snowmobile because there was snow outside with the ice.
Yeah, it was early February.
Yeah, and so we got taken.
Well, we were on our own snowmobile. There was 2 snowmobiles.
2 snowmobiles, separate
There
snowmobiles.
and then there was a third one too, right? I think.
Yeah, but
there was
I think that was for their goons.
Yes,
the kidnapping
the
goons.
Yeah.
And so we were kind of separated, but we were still technically apart. And we both got taken to the same.
I remember trying to bite and like lift up the bag, but I was tied up too.
Yeah, I kept trying to blow the bag off, but it just wouldn't work.
No.
But the wind
I do remember I could see a little crack at the bottom. I could just see the road rushing. Like,
see, my vision was completely gone, but I could still hear, and the wind, she was howling.
It was howling.
Like a banshee.
Oh!
And I says to myself, Finn, what the fuck is going on?
What the feck?
What the feck? These feckers done got us.
Look at the size of that lamppost.
Oh, look at the size of that lamppost.
Anyway.
The lamppost, fucking huge. But we were taken, and we got brought to a port out in somewhere in the East Coast. I don't know exactly what province we were in because the bags were over our head.
Well,
but it smelled.
We got put into a cargo plane first, like a little cargo plane it seemed.
Yeah, but and then flown. Well, no, because we got into the cargo plane once we got to the port.
No, we snowmobiles to the private airport.
Oh,
first,
right.
And I remember, I don't know if they took the bag off you, but I remember they took the bag off me because I guess I was making too much noise because I was yelling the whole time. You went silent.
Oh yeah, I think I got that was the point where I got knocked out.
Yeah, maybe just because of being on the snowmobile.
Well, I called one of them a pussyless fucker, and then he knocked me out.
Like on the snowmobile though, right?
Oh yeah. Halfway through
but
the
then I was just still yelling. I guess I wasn't being as mean, or they just didn't care as much.
Yeah.
But I remember they took the bag off my head, and I couldn't see their faces, but I got hit right away. So then I was just out. But I could see the cargo plane. So I think that's how they got us to the East Coast.
And I don't know exactly what province we were in, but it kind of smelled like we were somewhere in St. John's, so probably like Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yeah.
But once we were on that, we got loaded into a
bigger cargo plane.
No, it wasn't a cargo plane.
Was it not?
No, it was
I was pretty disoriented.
It was still carrying cargo, but what do you call it? A crate.
What?
Like the big metal crates.
Sure.
Why am I blanking on this word?
What?
Big the cargo crates? Is that a thing?
Like a boat?
No, but a big boat.
We are on a
But
boat?
what are the crates called?
I don't know. Shipping containers?
Yeah, shipping containers. So we got put in those.
Yeah. There was also a lot of fish in there, so it smelled bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were packed in with the fish.
I'm pretty sure it was a mix of cod and like
some
salmon,
Arctic char, yeah.
Arctic char.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rainbow trout. I fucking love rainbow trout.
Me too. Anyway.
But I couldn't have it because it was it wasn't smoked and it was like spoiling.
It was with us in the shipping container, yeah.
But they shipped us out.
Tied up and I had a bag on my head.
They shipped us out.
On the ship.
On the ship.
Yeah.
There were bodyguards on the ship, but just not in the crate.
Yeah.
So it was at that point we were able to kind of discuss what was happening.
We were whispering, yeah.
Both whispering. It was almost like we were doing
ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out what was going on. And we were like, dude, what the fuck is happening? And Rowan was like, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, whatever happens, I love you. And he's like, dude, I love you so much as well. And we were able to give like a kiss through the bags on our heads.
We didn't have the bags on at this point because we were just in the shipping container.
I still had mine on.
Oh, I didn't. It was just pitch dark in the shipping container. I thought they took them off.
No, mine was still on.
Okay, well I didn't kiss you.
I could feel the fabric on.
You might have kissed a fish.
What?
I think you went in for a kiss and I quickly grabbed a fish and held it to your lips.
I don't know, man.
Anyway.
I know those lips from anywhere.
You've never kissed me.
Many a time we have.
No, we haven't.
Anyway, they shipped us out.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, so they shipped us out.
I got so seasick. I remember. I was so.
Dude, I remember because I could smell it. It was worse than the fish when you threw up.
Fault. Well, yeah, but I couldn't help it. It's not my fault.
I mean, yeah, but you still could have held it in a bit.
I tried to, man.
3 weeks though. 3 weeks were on that shipping container. It was long way all the way to Bosnia. Well, because we ported first, and then they drove us there.
Yeah, we didn't go on the ship right to Bosnia.
No,
because it's pretty mainland.
Yeah, there's no way to really.
Well, you could, but they didn't.
It would have been a longer.
We dropped off in South Portugal first, and then we.
Yeah.
Might have been on a train for a bit, actually.
I think I did hear a choo-choo at one point. But like, you know what, like.
And I heard some Italian.
Yeah,
at one
Spanish.
Point. I heard some Spanish.
Portuguese, French.
Swiss.
Well,
yeah.
French for like a
German.
moment, but I'm pretty sure they were like taken care of quickly.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I tell you what, like as far as like the bad guy, the goons were, they were very eco-efficient when transporting us.
That's true.
You know, they were very good at
which ties into what we later
there was one point
their,
actually when we were crossing through Germany, that they actually used electric cars because it was really silent.
Yeah.
Very eco-friendly.
Yeah, which again ties in. We'll get to. We discovered later why they were kidnapping us.
Yeah.
But that ties into why they were so eco-friendly. Anyway, yeah. we'll get to that.
So eventually, after a long journey, this was about 3 more weeks, 3.5 really. I kind of lost track of how to count days.
Yeah, me too.
So about
a lot of puke.
Yeah, it was about
I remember that. 2.5
months.
I was pissing myself.
No, not
too,
2.5 months.
I was so nervous.
It was just under 2 months of being, transported, not like traveling.
A month and a half. Yeah.
I would go back, but like only if we were traveling. Like.
Yeah, not against our will. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't really get to see anything. And they were feeding us, obviously, because or else we'd be dead. But they were just like force feeding us food.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was a weird mix of just straight carrots,
just meat,
rice,
sometimes too. Just
meat, and sometimes, if we were lucky, we got a spoonful of caviar on the weekends. But that only happened for 2 weekends. I got 2.
Maybe
I hope it was caviar. I don't know what it would be otherwise.
I've never had caviar. So.
Yeah, I have. The goons gave it to me.
Yeah, they were gooning.
So we'll just continue.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally got to Bosnia, and they took us to a warehouse. Where they held a lot of like luxury cedar wood. It was kind of like their main, I think, facility for it. But that's kind of where the goons were like hiding us out.
They were gooning, bro.
But as one does, you get hungry, and so the goons got hungry one day, not for food, but for touch. And so the goons went to goons. So they went to a brothel or somewhere nearby. That's an older word, I feel like.
No, that's okay.
Anyway, they left us. But
big mistake.
Big mistake. Because guess what happened? We got talking. Finally,
we did.
We were finally both awake and conscious. He wasn't throwing up.
Nope.
I wasn't like confused about where we were.
Nope.
We were finally just there, sitting on luxury cedar wood logs.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, we need to escape.
All tied up. So since Rohin still didn't have his bag on, he was able to bite my bag, grip it with his teeth, and pull it off. Yeah.
So I finally got to look in his eyes for the first time in ages.
There was a big adjustment period.
And after that adjustment period, it was
pyramid.
Teaser. Foreshadowing. We'll get to that.
8 shadowing.
Yeah. And we were like, I was like, wow, like fuck, dude, your eyes are so beautiful. And he was like, thank you, but that's besides the point. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, because
you're right.
Yeah.
We do. So luckily, because we were like in a place where they store, wood, there were saws around. I was able to kind of lean back.
You like scooched over.
Yeah. Wiggle around, wiggle. And I finally was able to saw off our bindings.
Yours feet first, I think, right? You did your feet.
Oh yeah, because like,
easier, and then you like stood up.
And then because of that, I was able to like.
And you did mine too.
Bend my feet around, and I was able to saw through like the rope on my hands with my big toenail, because like they hadn't clipped their nails for a while, so it was like pretty big. Yeah. So first I like chewed it a bit, so it was more like sawish.
Yeah.
And then I sawed through, and then once that happened, I was able to get Rohin out.
Yeah.
And so once we did that, we finally got out of the warehouse, and we made our way to the market.
We ran south.
Yeah. We first went through a market because we needed to kind of get some stuff.
Well, we put on new clothes.
Yeah.
We knew what our clothes would look like.
But like while we were at the market, unfortunately the brothel was right there. So it was one of those classic scenes where like they came out and they spotted us, and Rohin noticed it first. He was like, "Fuck, we gotta run."
Yeah.
We started running.
We ran through the
market,
and we did a quick. We were like, we need to do a quick. Because, the movies and stuff, they do, like, a quick outfit change. Yeah. Where they, like, take off distinguishing.
So we ran by, it was, like...
I grabbed a bunch of sweaters and, like, a random scarf and stuff. Yeah. So we put that on, and we were...
I grabbed, like, a big dress to put on, and I grabbed, like, 2 melons that were nearby, and just, like, plopped them in. Yeah. To kind of, like, blend in.
That was really helpful.
Yeah, it was super helpful.
You didn't need the melons.
And then they were finally going to catch up to us. Luckily, we were running past, like, the farmer's market part of the market, so I grabbed, like, a chicken cage and pulled it down. And then the chickens came out and attacked them.
Yeah, that was cool.
Dude, it was hilarious. One guy got his, like, eye poked out.
Yeah, that was cool.
Dude, all those cocks pecking at him. It was great.
Also,
so finally we got away.
No, we were barefoot, and so our feet just got completely cut up.
Oh no, it was destroyed, especially with the nails still like long as hell.
It was bad.
So we finally made our way down to Montenegro.
Well, we had to hitchhike.
Yeah. Well,
we like hitchhiked with a few truckers.
There was a couple nice ones, couple weird ones.
Yep. One of them made us kiss for a
Yeah,
trip for passage.
dude, Gerald was fucking
Gerald
weird.
weirdo, bro.
Dude, he was weird. Barney was, wasn't my favorite.
Average Bosnian name.
Bro.
By the way, their names weren't Gerald. They just sounded like that, but they were in
We
Bosnian.
were kind of like guessing.
Yeah.
You know, we don't speak wherever Bosnian.
Yeah, which made it difficult.
Yeah.
We actually ended up going the wrong way at first because we wanted to get like south.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But then we finally got a nice person to hitchhike from. You remember his name?
I'm trying to think. It was
Was
like
it
it
like-
sounded like Martin.
But it was
But
like
it
it was
wasn't
with like a
Martin.
P.
It was like Parton.
Okay, Parton Smith. That's what it was.
Something like that.
Parton
yeah.
Smith, classic Bosnian guy.
Yeah.
So Parton Smith, he got us out of Bosnia to Montenegro, and he dropped us kind of like just
He was
between
a smuggler.
smuggler. Yeah.
He needed a price. He was a nice guy, but you know you had to.
He needed a price. Yeah. So we both had to give our right testicle to him. Bit of an odd request,
Wait, I
but
gave my left.
oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Because your left one's the functional one.
Yeah, I know.
But I guess your right one's probably kicked in by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be fine.
Yeah.
But he got us through Montenegro and then dropped us at the border of Albania. And that's where things started to get a little bit hairier because the goons
The Albanians are pretty hairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, W flag Albania.
is that the red one with the bird, black bird?
Yeah.
Isn't Dua Lipa from Albania?
Maybe.
Yeah, she wasn't there though, unfortunately.
Hey, that would be
it would've
worth
been-
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Would have brought up our morale.
Yeah, it would have. We were like.
We were all right.
It was once we got shoes, once we would we'd get good food and stuff.
nail clippers. We were
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First like bath in like a while.
Mm.
That's the thing though.
And
The weird
and
thing
the
they don't tell you
pond.
about like Bosnia is they don't shower. They only bathe. A bit odd, but you know what? We were just happy.
Anyway.
We were just happy.
Yep.
And
And it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
it
the
was.
countryside
The
is
scenic was
beautiful.
good.
Yeah,
Scenic
we were
was good.
scared, but
Yeah, our quads were toast after a while from walking up
Mm.
and down. You know.
Yep. We would walk and run just to
Yeah.
get more distance. We
And then-
stole bikes.
Yeah. Had the skateboard and longboard down a bunch.
Yeah.
It was
Which
really-
was tough for you because you never skateboarded before.
No.
Yeah. But I taught you.
Yeah, it was the best to describe it. Like there was like basically we could cut up our time him teaching me how to skateboard in like a really romantic like montage.
I don't know if
clips.
I'd call it that. I was still very loyal to my.
Nah, he gave up hope at that
Okay,
point.
anyway.
But then things started getting hairy and the goons started like tracking us, and so we had to leave Albania and then we finally made it into Greece.
I'm also a bit Greek, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
one
really?
of the mother. Yeah,
I
on my
didn't
mom's
know that.
side. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rohan was able to communicate with people.
Well, no, not really. I don't speak Greek, but they were like. I told them, and they were like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, and so we got helped out a lot.
Yeah.
But the problem was once we got to Greek, we kind of forgot about that we were getting chased and possibly killed by the goons.
Because it's just so beautiful.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
So we started like sightseeing in a way.
Or some baddies.
I love how that's not even like 30 seconds after you go. Still loyal to my girlfriend,
Hey, man.
by the way.
Okay, whatever.
So
I
what-
thought I might be dying soon. I was like,
So, but like, you wouldn't turn to me if you were dying?
no,
Oh, you did.
no, I didn't.
You did.
No,
Anyway,
I didn't.
we're gay for each other.
Nope.
So we started sightseeing, and that's when shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
We got pulled up on by like all the goons.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were able to run just a little bit faster than them, and we were able to head into like a very bushy area. But we eventually came up onto a cliff just
Next to
before a river.
right? A rushing river.
A
A rushing river.
dude, the river was a Russian. But,
What are you doing?
no.
Um,
But basically, the goons came for us.
They were gooning for us.
They were gooning for us.
yeah.
And I was like, Rohan, we need to jump now. Like, there's no chance. And he's like, no, I can't do it. I'm like, we have to. And he's like, this is too big of a jump. And so I was like, just follow me. And I jumped in. And that was the last time I saw Rohan until
A very long time.
A very long time.
Because I was ever taught, I would always follow Finn, and people would be like, "If Finn jumped off a cliff, would you do it too?" And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't.
So we lost
Anyway.
you lost a little bit of friendship points.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So what happened to you after you didn't?
You want me
jump
to?
over?
Yeah. So, are we? Yeah. Do you want to? You want me to go first?
Oh, we'll do like parts and parts.
Okay. Yeah.
You
So
read into a point.
I remember I seen you jumping down. I can't. I have to be honest, man. I thought you were gone because that was a big jump.
Yeah, it
And
was
I
like
didn't- I
at
didn't-
least like 3.
And it was so choppy, the water. I didn't even see you hit the
the ground.
or
water.
The water,
surface.
right? So I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if you had hit the water.
Yeah.
If you hit, I didn't know. And then I did a last ditch. I was like, I can't make that jump. And also I was like, if he does survive, because the thing was, the gang didn't see you jump.
The
right?
goons.
The goons didn't see you jump. So I was like, if he did survive, like I have to run the other way.
Yeah.
So they think, you know what I mean, to buy you some time. So I started sprinting, and I beat a few of them, but then, you know, they had their motorcycles and stuff, and they just caught back up to me, knocked me out, put a bag over my head again. So I was out cold for a little bit, and by the time I woke up, we were basically already in Bosnia, back in the first warehouse. And this is where I started piecing together why they kidnapped us, right? What? So yeah, I was in this warehouse, you know, and they finally started interrogating me about where you were, and they were like, "Where's your friend?" They were torturing me.
Where's your hot single friend?
Anyway, the funny thing about this was, at this point, I had completely lost feeling in my feet. After all of that time.
Yeah, a lot of
running barefoot on Albanian
But we had shoes
soil.
at that point.
No, but still, like, the feeling in my feet were gone, right? But all their torture methods, for some reason, relied on feet. So it was good for me, because I would pretend that I was like in excruciating pain, and I just wasn't telling them, but really I couldn't feel anything.
Well, what types of torture?
They would
Did
just
they lick your feet?
there was some like liquid based torture on the feet, and then there was like hot coals, and there was like pulling the toenails off.
Did they suck on them?
No.
Did they tickle them?
Yeah, tickling was big actually. Yeah. Well, I didn't feel it, so.
Yeah, no, but lucky for them. Like, did they fill up on them a bunch? Did they like do like this little piggy went to the market?
No, that's not torture.
No.
Anyway, they actually tried that after I wasn't telling them for a while. They were like, "What if we try this?" And I just went where they did the wee part. Anyway, so they couldn't get it out of me, because I had no feeling in my feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then again, I started piecing together why they kidnapped us, but it was foggy, right? Like I didn't exactly know, but I did learn that they worked for this like environmentally friendly mogul out of Oman. This guy from Oman that had this huge like environmentally friendly company. So then I was confused, because that's all I knew at that point. And I was like, why? What do they want with us? Like
we're just two like really like hit famous podcasters.
Yeah, and like sure I could be like more, you know, like I could do more for the environment, but like I don't think I'm like causing any huge problems. I'm just a pretty average citizen, as are you. Like we're both pretty conscious, I feel like. So like, what did they want with us? So I was super confused, and yeah, I was basically held up for about a month, or no, less, like almost a month. But again, I thought something like that. 24, 20, 26, something like that. But yeah, I had no idea what you were doing in that kind of month period. I was just held up. I couldn't even bring myself to escape. I was so distraught. But yeah, I guess
you
could go
know you
through
worried
your
about
month.
me.
Yeah, well, I was, because I thought you were dead, but and then if you had survived, maybe they were holding you somewhere else, and they wouldn't tell me anything. So yeah, it was reassuring to know that they were still asking about where you were, right? Because that told me that they hadn't found you yet. So anyway,
then where did they take you?
Yeah, well, they didn't take me anywhere, actually. I remember it was one night, this Bosnians are famous for their foxes.
Yeah?
This fox came in, and I remember I had a bit of food ration that I was saving, and I fed it, and it kept on coming back, this fox.
Oh, yeah?
Because I would feed it, and it was pretty scrawny, and then throughout the month it got healthier and stuff, and I actually was able to train it, and it bit through my vines, luckily, and it only took a few bites, but it was enough to break 3, and that fox, man, to be honest, if you were dead, I was like, maybe this is Finn in fox form, you know, I was like, it really, the way it looked at me, I was like, I really felt a connection. Obviously it wasn't you, so whatever, it was just a cool fox, but it was like, it was a really, I don't know, my thoughts were hazy, you know, I was like dehydrated, I was malnourished, and I was like, man, maybe this is Finn. Anyway,
Finn
but
the Fox.
Finn the Fox, yeah, fantastic. But I broke free, and I remember one night, one of the guards would go on smoke breaks, and he was slacking off, and I planned my escape, because I memorized their shift schedules, right? It was late Bosnian night, a cool Bosnian night, and I made my escape fine. They had taken off my shoes again, but that was fine because my feet were cooked anyway. And I started sprinting, and on my way out, I grabbed a knife, I slashed the motorcycle tires, and I was running, and then one of them saw me right away. I wasn't very smart about it.
Yeah.
And so I'm gunning it down the road, and they're trying to get their motorcycles working. It's not working. I forgot to slash the tires on this car. They're big cars, so their car's chasing me down. I remember running down the nighttime road. And then, this is crazy. I feel just someone come out of the bush, pull me into the bush, and the car races by me. And I think it's a goon, right? I think I'm getting gooned. I think they're gonna goon me, and I'm panicking, I'm thrashing around in the bush, and I see the car speed by me, and then a voice goes, shh, shh.
Ooh.
And I was like, whoa. And I just stop, and he's like, I, again, bag over my head, but I was confused, because he was bringing me, it seemed, away from the compound, right?
Yeah.
Or like the warehouse. And I wake up in this house. I'm just in this nice peaceful bed in this house. And this was a formative decision because I wake up in this house and it's a nice bed. It's like just a peaceful Bosnian room. I look out the window, it's like a farmhouse. I go downstairs, no one there. I look around the house, no one there. I'm calling, but I'm trying to be, I'm not like, I don't want to call because I still don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I
don't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah, exactly. And they have a car, and it seems like a normal house. There's a kid's room, and I'm looking at all this house. There's no one there, no one in the farmhouse, nothing. And there's a few cows, and I made a decision: do I wait till they come back,
or do
I leave? And I decided to leave. So I took their car actually.
Yeah.
I took.
What car was it?
It was some Bosnian brand. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It was a shitbox, but it got the job done. But I took their gun from the farmhouse. I put it in the car. I put a bunch of food. I grabbed whatever I thought. I took money. I took whatever I could, and I drove that car away. And I was off. I didn't know where I was going, but I took a map. Like they had a map in the house. I was trying to figure out where I was. I saw the street. You know, my GeoGuessr knowledge.
Yeah,
GeoGuessr knowledge came in clutch, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go south. I'm going to try to find that river. I'm going to try to find Finn. So I took their car, and it got me far, you know, the car got me far. And I went down through Bosnia again, through Montenegro. I stopped in Montenegro for a bit. I was sleeping in the car. The car was really coming in clutch, and but I'm not proud of my decision to do that, because it seemed like a nice family, and maybe they did rescue me.
Maybe they could have saved you.
And maybe they did know I was holed up in there. But again, at the time, I knew I could only trust myself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
so, what time, how many months in were you about this time?
Well, this is now, I escaped just under a month. So this was, and then the trip was pretty quick, right? I was driving as much as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually I ran into, the weird one. What was his name?
Oh God, what was his name?
Gerald.
I
ran into Gerald, and I was sleeping in my car, and I hear a knock on the window, and it's Gerald. Yeah. And he was like, "Hey!" And I was like, "Oh, Gerald." I was like, "Oh, Gerald," and he was like, "Oh, where's your friend? I'll make you kiss again."
He's like, "Where's your? Give me your right one this time."
No, that wasn't it. He didn't take the testicles. No, that was the smuggler.
Oh, what was this? Okay,
like Parton Smith.
Parton Smith, right? Anyway, oh, good old Parton.
Yeah,
Smith.
He was. I don't know what. I don't want to know what he's doing with those testicles.
No, I hope. Oh, yeah. What if we have like kids somewhere now?
Yeah.
So you took like the sperm from our eggs.
Crazy.
You seem like you had a better time, because how many months is this in?
It was like, by the time I saw Gerald that one night.
Yeah.
This was like right at the southern border of Montenegro, so this is like just under a month and a half.
So you seem to have gone. I got a lot further in the first like month and a half of me.
Did you?
Yeah. So what happened? I jumped into the water, and kind of as soon as I jumped into the water, since it was so high up, once I hit it, I kind of lost consciousness.
Right.
And then I woke up, and I was floating on a piece of wood.
That's lucky.
So lucky.
Yeah. Shout out wood.
Shout out wood, man. Well, I mean, I guess we did get holed up in like a wood.
But even that, it was comforting.
Yeah, it was. They did have the saws for us to kind of get free.
That's true.
But basically, I was just in the middle of like this big body of water. I couldn't see any land at all, and I just floated. I floated for about 6 days, and then I saw a ship. There was 2 ships actually. One had a Spanish flag, and the other one had a French one. So I was able to luckily they were kind of anchored in. They were stopped at the time, but they must have been at least like 10 kilometers away.
Right.
So I was able to swim over there really, really fast. Probably did it in like 3 hours or so. No biggie. But I finally got onto it, and I went to the friendship first.
Oh, really?
Because they were right beside each other.
Right.
And they were like they were docked onto each other kind of. And so I was able to climb onto the French one, and I tried to blend in at first. But then I got caught by one of the Spanish people on the side, and it turns out that they were smuggling luxury cedar wood. The Spanish, because do you remember in like the what do you call it? In the storage house that we were held up in? Yeah. A lot of the phone calls, it sounded like the Bosnians were talking to Spanish.
I remember thinking it was Mexican, but I remember thinking it was selling to Mexico, but I guess it was Spain, yeah.
No, it was Spain.
It's crazy how it ties in.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Convenient. But basically, one of the guys, he was like, I don't know too much
And
Spanish.
where was this?
Huh?
Where?
This was just, I don't know, somewhere off the coast of Greece, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming somewhere...
The Southern Islands?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And I basically like got the Spanish guy, he asked me, he was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And so, exactly, I think that's what he said. I didn't really know what that meant at the time, but I did pick up some... I did pick up some Spanish after like being in the warehouse, like listening to the call. Sure. So I tried to put on like a French accent and speak a little Spanish. So I just said to him, I said, Estoy aquí para comprar madera de cedro de lujo. Ho, ho, ho. And he goes, oh, like you're here to buy the luxury cedar wood. Right. I was like, yeah, I am here to buy the luxury.
Yeah.
Because I was just so good at like putting on a French accent and speaking Spanish.
Right. That's smart, actually.
And like all the French people, they just didn't bat an eye because they were all sleeping below deck. Yeah. Because they were like, it was nighttime.
The French were pretty,
They were kind of chill. Yeah. And so he was like, oh, like you're here to speak the thing, and so we started speaking in English for some reason. Convenient. But I was like, yeah, I'm here to like buy the cedar wood, and he's like, okay, here, like. We'll give you some. And so he gave me a bunch, and then the ship left. And I paid him with money I stole from the cabin.
Right, the French cabin.
French cabin. So the Spanish ship left.
Yeah.
And basically, with the wood that he'd given me, in the middle of the night while the French were sleeping, I built a boat.
Yeah, as
one does. Yeah. I was like, boat shit.
Let me build a boat.
So I built a boat.
Yeah.
But the problem was I built the boat, but there was nothing to kind of like drive it with.
Row it with, yeah.
So I snuck down into the cabin of the ship where the French people were sleeping, and I noticed one of them had a peg leg. And so I basically had to sneak between all of their hammocks. Okay. And I finally got to the guy with the leg, and I slowly tried to get it, and it was getting close and close, and he was snoring. It was really loud. And I finally got it off, and I thought it was like, oh, perfect. I got the peg leg. Yeah. But then he stopped snoring, and I turned around. He'd woken up.
And he was like, I'm going to peg you.
He was like, Sacre bleu! And so I was like, fuck. So I was running. I ran to the front, onto the deck of the ship, and they all ran after me.
Right. Yelling French curses.
Yeah, they were like, tabarnak.
That's Quebec.
Quebec. Yeah. There was one Quebec guy.
Merde.
He's like, merde. There's definitely another one in there. I can't remember what
something like that. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. A lot of sacre bleus.
Yeah.
And so I pushed the boat into the water, and I jumped on the boat, and with the peg leg, I was able to paddle away. But because they were anchored up, they weren't able to lift the anchor in time to chase after me.
It was a foggy night.
It was a foggy.
You told me this, yeah.
Yeah. You're right. It was foggy. Yeah. Really foggy.
Yeah.
So I disappeared. Yeah. But the problem with the foggy night is I didn't know where I was going.
Right. You were just paddling at that point.
I was just paddling away with the peg leg, really kind of just trying to hit land. Yeah. Hit a couple storms, and this was about probably like 3 weeks in. Yeah. And I finally saw land. And I kept trying to paddle to it. But as I was paddling, a new ship came. And it was coming straight towards me. Like, it was going straight towards me. I was paddling as fast as I could, but I couldn't get away from it. And it finally caught up to me. And I got boarded by just these people. Yeah. They were different types of goons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Different gooners.
2 different types of goons. And they hopped on my boat, and then I got to put a bag put on me.
All these
over
bags,
my head.
Man.
Dude, it was weird. It wasn't plastic, though. Again, it was like a potato sack. It was like... Yeah. Not knitted, but like...
So... What's the word for canvas? I don't know. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Burlap.
Yeah. And they took me away. And I noticed when they were taking me away, it started getting, like, really warm wherever they were taking me.
Mm.
And so, like, unbearable. I was sweating like crazy. Super, super hot. And then eventually, they brought me into this building, put me on a chair, and they lifted the bag off my head.
Yeah.
It was a semi-dark room, but it was just, there was nothing in the room.
Sure.
And all the walls and, like, the floor were, like, beige.
Beige, yeah.
Yeah. And so, conveniently, there was just one light bulb above me, and then somebody came in and they pulled it, and the light went on. And they were asking me where I was. Or not where I was, who I was.
Where are you?
They asked me who I was.
Who are you?
But I didn't know where I was either. I was so delirious. I was Thursday. I was like, all I could muster was I said, water. And they were like, pipe down, SpongeBob. You're going to tell us what you know. And then you'll get water. Well, they just knew.
Yeah.
Because of that episode.
Yeah.
And so I kept telling them, I was like, I don't know what's happening. And they were like, where is it? I was like, where's what? And they're like, you know what we want. And I was like, I don't know what you want. They're like, where's the wood? I was like, not for you, I don't have it. And they're like, stop fucking around.
Give me your wood.
And they stabbed me with a
Where?
big knife in my thigh.
Okay.
And I started to bleed. And I was like, and they're like, see that? I was like, what? That color. And I was like, what color? And they're like, red. The same color of the luxury cedar wood you have. I said, I don't have the wood. And they said,
red wood?
Huh? It's luxury cedar wood, but they put like a red polish on
it.
Like
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't know like what you're talking about. I don't have any. They said, then what's the boat you made? What's the
boat move? Yeah.
Thank you. What's the boat made out of? And I said, luxury cedar wood. They're like, yeah, where'd you get it? And I said, I stole it from a Spanish ship.
Yeah.
And like that Spanish ship, we were gonna rob. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And I'm like, why don't you just take the boat? And they're like, the boat's toast. Like all the salty water, it's rotted
the red color.
The red color off. Now it's just cedar wood. It's not luxury anymore.
It's not red.
They were like,
cedar
we
wood.
needed that cedar wood. And I was like, why did you need it? They're like, they needed it for our big boss. It's like, who's your big boss? They're like, we can't tell you.
Yeah.
So they didn't tell me at once.
Yeah.
Or didn't tell me yet. But I started piecing together that this group, similar to the Bosnians that took us, they were supposed to take the Bosnian cedar wood from the place we were held up in and bring it to someone else.
Right.
And so they were a big boss. So this is about a month in at this point.
Right.
Maybe just a little bit longer. Maybe a month in like 3 days, 14 hours, 23 minutes, and 5 seconds.
You're counting it. Yep.
I do count.
Very well.
The time I've been away from you.
Oh.
Anyway. So then after that interrogation, they left me in that room for another 4 days before they finally brought me out of the room and sat me outside. I could feel the sun kind of like beaming down on me, and I was like, fuck, it's hot. And like, they didn't let me have
direct
like...
quote.
Direct quote.
Feck.
They like, I could feel my shoulders and my arms burning. I was like, wherever it is, it must be like really hot and sandy. It's like the wind kept blowing sand at me.
Right.
And like, dude, I hate sand so much. Like, it's coarse, like it's rough. It fucking gets everywhere, to be honest. Yeah. And then they finally took the bag off my head, and I realized, holy shit, I'm in Egypt. Because I can see the pyramids.
Yeah, the only way to tell you're in Egypt.
I can see the pyramids and the Sphinx.
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck am I in Egypt? They're like, this is our headquarters. Wow. And I was like, what is that? What does that mean?
Head.
I was like, head. Am I gonna go for some?
In my quarters.
Oh.
Head for a quarter.
Our head would be quarters. Like,
only a quarter? That's a good deal.
And they're like, you stole something from us that we needed. And I was like, why did you need it? They said, like, they needed it to pay back, like, this big head honcho guy. So basically, this individual goon group.
Yeah, the gooning group.
Goon group. They basically had done wrong to this, like, to this guy.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to sell, like, a bunch of, like, really high-end, like, rugs to, like, this big head honcho guy who's apparently, like, at this time I didn't know, but he was the head of, like, a big, big group, right? Mm-hmm. But when they sold him the rugs, he found out that the rugs were actually made of, like, the butt of a skunk. And so the guy didn't like that very much.
No.
So he tried to attack them, and they lost half of their forces, half of their goons. Their goons gooned their last goon.
Goon, yeah.
And so he said, the only way to make it up to me is if you can, like, steal this luxury cedar wood from this group. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, well, what does this have to do with me? And they said, the wood that you stole, like, that was the wood we were going for. So now we don't have anything. So you're going to tell us everything you know about the wood that you, like, used. And I told them everything about how we got kidnapped.
Yeah.
I asked if they could subscribe to the podcast, and they said no.
But then they listened to an episode.
They listened to the first episode, and they were like, this is so stupid. And I was like, fuck you. And then we started fighting. But then they hit me in the head.
Yeah.
With, like, a bat. Not like a wooden bat, like an actual, like, animal bat. Like, one guy pulled out of his pocket.
It was like...
It was like... and he just, like, smacked me with it. I was like, what the fuck?
You got rabies instantly.
No, I got rabies the second week after this.
My mistake.
That was from the iguana that they just had in Egypt.
Yeah, they like imports.
Well, I mean, they are a smuggling group.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told them about how we got kidnapped and the luxury cedar wood facility, and they said, Bosnians? I was like, yeah, Bosnians. And they're like, are you pulling our leg? And I was like, no, I pulled the leg off. Like, I'm not pulling your leg. I've gotten all my leg pulling for the month.
All my leg pegging.
Yeah. I've done all my pegging and legging for the month. Like, I'm being honest, and they're like, okay, like where are the Bosnians now? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I escaped from them. They're like, that's convenient. And I was like, yes, it is.
So convenient.
I was like, but my friend, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he got so lucky. Like, I told him how I jumped off the cliff and he didn't. And I just assumed that they got to. I assumed the worst, to be honest.
As did I.
And they were like, well, how are you going to help us? And I said, well, if you can get me, like, some equipment, I might be able to track the Bosnians down. And they're like, how are you going to do that? And I was like, well. And so I was able to track Rohan, and they said, okay, well, we're going to go after him, but like you're coming with us. And I was like, okay. And they're like, where is he? Or they were like, whereabouts is he in the end? And I said, oh, like they brought him back to Bosnia, we need to head there. And that was kind of like the end of like the month and a half period where I was away from you. But like, what happened in your time?
Well, wasn't I in Greece by then?
Pardon?
Wasn't I in Greece by then? Because that was the month for both of us, right?
Month and a half. Yeah. Well, like when you like the part where you.
Because I had driven down to Greece.
Oh, did you drive back?
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah.
But this was back when you were in Bosnia. So as we were tracking you, then went down to Greece.
Okay,
so we changed our plans.
Yeah,
so we were always behind you.
Right. So then I had no knowledge of this. I was going back to the river that you jumped off because I wanted to see, like maybe you would swim back or something. Or because I wanted some confirmation. I wanted to reunite. Reunited. Anyway, so then I get there and I park the car. The car was basically completely done. I had stolen gas, but it was like the wheels were shot, everything. Yeah. So I ditched it, and I thought it was quieter anyway in case some of the gooners were hanging around. So I walk up to where the river, and I see people talking. So I snuck up through the bushes, kind of on it was like a thing that overlooked the cliff, kind of. And I saw the Bosnian goons, or a few of them. I recognized some of their faces, and they're sitting there at the fire, and they were talking about how they had killed someone and someone's family, and I thought that it was you and your family and my family, and so I must have misheard them, but because obviously my family's cool, and you were obviously still alive, but I didn't know that, and so I just saw red, and I just thought, all like my whole world, I thought it was all dead, and so I gave up trying to find you because I thought you were dead, and so at
that point I guess you kind of gotta give up.
Yeah, and at this point I was like, I have to go to the man in Oman.
Speaking of
the head honcho of that gang.
So
the original gang.
And tie that in.
Then I started. Yeah, but that's when my journey started to Oman.
So the guy in Oman.
Yeah.
I later found out that he was the one that they sold the carpets to. The rugs.
He was the head honcho.
And I finally eventually. So after I started tracking you, I could just smell Rohan from hundreds of miles away. So I was like,
racist?
I was a sniffer dog for my goons. And as I was traveling to find Rohan, I would later find out the name of the
Oman man.
Yeah. The Oman man. His name was John Goon.
Classic Oman name. Omani?
Omanian?
Omanian? Anyway, I don't know. Classic name.
But John Goon was his name.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were...
but we kept tracking you.
Yeah.
But then I kind of lost your scent around the Turkish border.
Right.
And we didn't really know where to go from there.
Yeah.
So we just made our way up to Georgia.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was on my way to Oman, so I went through Turkey. Hitchhiking, stealing stuff, eating. The food was great, I can't lie.
Yeah.
I was eating olives.
That's good.
Yeah, but I was still, I think my ribs were broken from when they beat me up. I was stumbling around, so I was like, you know what, I need a little training montage. so I was in this olive farm. On the border of Greece. What? It was in an olive farm. They farm olives.
No, I know. Well, I mean, most of the olive oil is from Greece.
Yeah.
Same with cork.
Yep.
Or is cork Italy?
I don't know.
No, it's from a tree.
Yes.
What a special type of tree.
This is true. As are olives. Anyway, I was border of Greece, still in Greece, but just on the border of Turkey, and there was this olive farm, and there was this farmer, a very kind Greek farmer.
What was his name?
I don't remember. He never told me his name.
No.
And he had a beautiful family.
Yeah.
With his wife and his 2 kids.
Did you just call him Mr. G?
Mr. Grease. Yeah, he was like, call me Mr. Grease.
Mr. G, yeah.
And
Mr. Grease farmer.
Yeah, and Grease farmer. And he took me in. I actually fell asleep on his land, and woke up to him standing over me and was like, "What are you doing here?" And he took me in. And he was like, you know what? You look a bit Greek. They spoke English. He was like, you look a bit Greek. And
Convenient.
I was like, yeah. Well, the Greeks.
Yeah.
They,
But especially just being a farmer, the least likely.
That's true. That's true.
Greeks to speak
Well,
English.
the least likely Greek to speak English would be a newborn baby, probably. But yeah.
I guess that's fair. That's a damn good point.
Anyway, he took me in and we were talking and, I didn't reveal too much. And I think he knew. He didn't ask me too much either, and his family just took me in, I was training. I was, they fixed up my ribs because his wife was, medically trained, and she gave me some herbs and stuff and old medicinal,
some
properties
wine
and stuff. Yeah, and I trained up and I got, the Mediterranean diet, right, and I got my lung capacity up and I was feeling good. I was, I felt good and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to take on the man from Oman.
Yeah.
And the farmer had a beautiful daughter.
I just reiterate, dude, you've moved on twice.
Her skin was a beautiful olive color in her eyes.
Convenient.
And she had wonderful curly hair and, she was feeling me. She was feeling me. And she was
Were you feeling her?
No, because, again,
Good.
I'm my girlfriend.
Good.
And,
right on.
And, but, I was like, I deserve a little flirting,
That's crazy.
And, yeah. Well, no, I wasn't, I didn't think it was like that, but I wasn't trying to lead her on, but she was, she was so sad when I was about to leave.
They were kind of like family at that point.
She was?
Well, the whole family, yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't incesty.
No, I'm not saying it was, but you were close.
Yeah, we had gotten very close. And she would help me train and stuff.
Did you milk the olives together?
Do you milk olives?
Well, you juice them.
I guess. No, they were just the farmer of the olives. They sent them to another place. Anyway, and so she was super sad when I was about to leave, and she was like, take me with you. And I actually confided in her the story. Yeah. Because we got so close. Yeah. And she was like, I want to help you go to Oman. And I was like, no, you can't. You have to stay here with your family. You have a future, you have to do this. And I was like, because at this point in my life, right, I thought my whole family was dead. I thought you were dead. Yeah. So my plan, I was going to kill myself. Whoa. After I killed the man from Oman. Because my mission would be complete, right? Yeah. And I was like, no, there's nothing for you with me. And I was like, I also don't see you that way. And then she was distraught. Yeah. And so then I was like, you know what, I can't leave yet. So I spent another week and I set her up with another wonderful Greek boy. Nice. And they had a kid.
What, already?
Well, they're expecting, actually. Yeah. I'm still in contact with them. So,
how many months in?
Well, no, this is 2 months.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're about
they're having a kid in
or, 3 months since we've been kidnapped.
Yes.
So this was May. End of May. Start of
No, start of mid-May. No,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mid
Mid to end May.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and they're gonna name their kid after me.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's
yeah,
great.
it's not a Greek name.
Once the kid's
but-
born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, which is
Expecting soon.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
soon. The ultrasound looked great. Yeah, very
That's
healthy.
good.
The doctors say. Yeah.
That's good.
Um,
Big, strong Mediterranean boy.
yeah, I'm excited. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was love. That was just
Yeah.
because I was in a dark place.
Yeah.
And I was still in a dark place. Like I
Yeah.
still wanted the revenge,
It kind
but
of kept you going.
the humanity,
Gave you hope.
of it all, exactly.
Billions are built on it.
And I was rebelling.
Mm.
So then I moved up to Istanbul,
Mm.
not Constantinople,
No.
and it used to be.
Mm.
And it's a busy city. I
Yeah.
found cheap hostels. I found work quickly because I needed resources. I
Yeah.
needed some time. It was only a few weeks, but it was nice.
Yeah.
I had a bed,
Mm.
and
Gotta love a bed.
yeah, it was wonderful. And then I actually got roped in. 3 days, I got roped into a Turkish hair transplant scheme because
Ooh.
hair transplants are big there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was quick money, and there was this American that came over,
Mhm.
completely fucked his head up. I won't
Yeah.
lie.
It's funny. It's funny you mention that because
certification because I needed money, quick money, and he paid me a bunch, and I was like, I just like painted random shit on.
it's funny you do mention that because I
ripped out his
remember
hair,
when I was tracking your scent through Turkey
right,
when we went to Istanbul
yeah,
and some of the goons that were with me they were bald and we ended up I tracked you all the way to the hair transplant spot. And some of them got hair transplants while we were there.
Really?
But that was after you'd already left.
I already left. So I made my way through Turkey. It was good. Turkey was nice. I was still set on getting to Oman. And then I guess you can talk about tracking me through Turkey.
Well, yeah,
because I made my way down to Syria and Iraq.
Yeah, so midway through Turkey, while I was still tracking, I kind of got to a place called Malatya.
Yeah.
And that was kind of just like right at the point where there was Syria and then there was Georgia. So there was two places to go.
Two places to go. And you
either
lost
North
sight.
Georgia or South Syria.
Yeah.
My senses, they never fail me. I knew you had gone to Syria, but I knew if I got to you with the goons, there was no way both of us were going to leave alive.
We'd get gooned, yeah.
So what I did is I tricked the goons.
You tricked them. You said he's going to Georgia.
So I brought them all the way up to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent a lot of time there.
Right.
And where I kind of took them around, kind of delaying them as long as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if you could figure stuff out at that point. Because I knew that you weren't captive because there was no other sense with you at the time.
Oh, you
so I
can
knew
smell
your
other
own
scents too.
yeah. Well, when they're close to you. If they spend in proximity
cool.
with you, your scent kind of
You
combines
get
with
jealous,
them.
yeah.
So yeah, my jealousy kicks in.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a cough that I contracted in Georgia. Still with me. But I was in Georgia. I was just trying to delay. But then they eventually came on.
Yeah.
And at this point, their hand transplants, they were looking pretty good.
Yeah.
They were kind of coming in.
Yeah.
So I did the only thing I could. When they were all sleeping, I was able to get I got some Georgian honey. And I got some paper. And while they're all sleeping...
Georgian honey is very delicious.
Fire honey. They're known for it.
You brought me some.
Yeah, I did. Because I stole a couple jars and shoved them in my pocket. And I sustained myself later on.
Right.
But I basically smeared the honey on their heads.
Yeah.
Of the ones that just had their...
Hair transplants.
Hair transplants on. And I smeared the paper on it. And I was able to rip all the kind of freshly put in hairs off their head. And put them in a lot of pain. And so all of them were bleeding from their heads. And while they were bleeding from their heads and like crying on the ground, I ran out of the building. I chucked a Molotov cocktail on them and killed them all.
Yeah, and this is, I hope you're okay with me saying this part. Because of this gang, for a while,
goons.
called you, the goons, that goon group called you...
The Midnight Goon Killer.
Yes, but also they called you the hair monster. Because you were just like...
Yeah.
You tore them apart. Yeah.
They called me many names. The hair monster.
The man with many names.
The Midnight Goon Monster.
Yep.
The Honey Bandit.
Yep. The Honey Badger. I like that one because Honey Badger.
That one kind of stuck with me.
Honey
Badger was my nickname from now on.
Yeah.
But
HB.
HB. HB.
Yep.
And so I made my way down, back into Turkey, sustaining myself on just honey. I got about 4 jars with me.
Yeah.
I sustained myself for a while, but eventually I ran out.
And it's also not the best diet.
No. But it was a lot of. It helped me because it was basically just like carbs. It was just sugar.
Sure.
So it was just instant
You're
energy.
super
I was
energy.
used.
It was
to,
like taking a honey pack.
Yeah. The honey badger, he didn't stop.
He didn't stop.
So I ran straight down.
Yeah, just non-stop.
Non-stop sprint.
Mouthfuls.
If I had my watch on, my Strava would go crazy.
Yeah.
And I eventually made my way to the border of Syria, and this was about like I'd say 5 months into our journey.
Right. And so, well, if you want,
yeah,
I can go. So, I was trying to get in right to Iraq, like Syria in Iraq, and from Turkey, and I was quite like I had quite a lot of money at this point from the hair transplant.
Yeah.
They pay a lot, right?
I was broke.
So I thought,
honey.
right, and I had honeys though, and
anyway,
so I thought I was gonna be able to pay my way into Iraq because that upper border is occupied by terrorist groups, but instead I learned that they only take clementine cake, and I was like, oh man, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, and that's where we finally met up again, because I came in with the clementines.
Okay, yeah.
Because basically, while I was going through Syria, right before I ended Iraq, I'm not pronouncing that. We along the border there was a girl who was actually the cousin of the girl you let on.
Yeah, which we only found out later.
Because apparently
she was
the
at
farmers,
the baby shower, so we only found out this later.
The father was Greece.
Yeah,
it was Greek.
And the
but
mom
the mother was Syrian.
Yeah,
and so one side of the family farmed olives, and the other side of the family farmed clementines. Yeah. So I didn't have anything on me, but I did have a lot of spare jars.
And you had your body.
No. No.
Oh.
I had the jars though. Yeah. Empty honey jars. And they were like, oh,
looked clean.
Perfect. We were like, we just need more mason jars. Yeah, we need jars to like make clementine juice. So they gave me a glass of clementine juice that sustained me.
Even more.
And then they gave me 6 clementines. 2 I ate on the way.
Yeah.
With sometimes 4 left over. Yeah. I was just saving for me. And then eventually I made my way, went to Iraq. Yeah. I ran like into Iraq as fast as I could. Sustained on clementines. The honey badger doesn't quit.
Nuh-uh.
And that's where we met up.
Yeah. So I was looking for clementines to make this cake, and I got a recipe. Mm-hmm. I found a recipe, and I was like, where did I get clementines? And then I hear, because you were still sniffing me out.
Yeah.
And I hear, and then I was like, oh my god, it's Finn.
I know that nose from anywhere.
And you looked a bit different, your hair was longer.
Yeah,
but
it
was you.
You were camped out in a tent, and I remember it, because as I was sniffing, I knew you were in that tent.
Yeah.
And the tent opened, and you came out, and we both just stopped and stared at each other.
Yeah. And you dropped the
sun was setting.
Yeah.
And I dropped the 2 clementines in my hand, and the 2... the 2 in my hands, and the other 2 are in my back pockets. Anyway, I just remember staring at you, dude. That moment lasted for so long, and then we just... It felt like it was in slow motion. We just hugged.
But it was clearly, like, we're just very good friends.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Maybe
dead.
More.
And I thought you were dead.
Maybe more, possibly.
No.
We'll see.
We won't see.
Could be.
I'm not seeing. I'm blind to that.
Partially black.
No, completely.
I'll get glasses.
I'm Helen Keller.
She wrote a book. She can
somehow.
That's such a fucking lie.
I'm Stevie Wonder, bro.
Oh, he makes fire music.
He does. I love Stevie Wonder. Anyway,
and we hugged, and then we made a clementine cake.
Yep. And we got in through the terrorist groups let us in.
Yep.
Made our way through Iraq.
We're already in Iraq.
Well, that's how we got into Iraq.
Well, we went from Iraq. We were already in Iraq, but then we went to Iran.
Yes.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah. Well, because we noticed that if we went through Saudi Arabia, the heat would have just killed us. Because at that point, we were so dehydrated that we had to kind of like bounce from it. So instead of going to Saudi Arabia, we went to Iran. Because for some reason, in our eyes, it was safer. Although we soon found out that it wasn't.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed?
How inconvenient. Inconvenient.
But we started making our way through Iran, and we ran through it. We actually walked most of it.
Yeah, but we ran a little bit.
But our plan was we were going to go along the coast of the Persian Gulf, and then there's just kind of like this sliver point near Dubai. So there we were at the strip, close strip near the in the Gulf of Oman, where we were gonna.
Oh man,
we were ready. We were gonna swim from Iran, through the Gulf of Oman into Dubai, and then try and make our way down to Oman.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, as we were swimming,
I don't know why we tried to swim across.
well, it was safer than going through other places.
Yeah, but in retrospect.
But at that time we were both fucking jacked.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
We've lost a lot of muscle mass now, but like we were so jacked.
It was crazy, yeah.
Like we had
the
34 packs.
Crazy. Yeah.
There were so many abs. We were jacked because we were just swimming and we were just eating raw honey and
olives.
Olives.
Yeah. So cool.
But basically, while we were swimming, there was a storm. Came out of nowhere for like a solid 2 convenient minutes.
Yeah.
And it separated us.
Mm-hmm.
We both got swept away. So I got swept to Madagascar.
All the way.
So I got swept far.
Yeah. I got swept back kind of up to the Middle Eastern coast.
Yeah.
But you can talk about your time in Madagascar.
Yeah, so I basically got swept to what do you call it? Madagascar. Luckily, I was able to stay above the water. I didn't have any luxury cedarwood at that time. What I did realize is I had one leftover honey jar in my front pocket.
Yeah.
So it was down like my pants kind of.
Uh-huh.
And since it was filled with air, it kind of held my pelvis above the water,
Mm-hmm.
and in turn kind of made me float while I was unconscious. And so I was able to float all the way down to Madagascar.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got there, I didn't find any civilization in the part where I landed.
Yeah.
I tried looking for days and walking, but honestly at that point, I was just so spent. My energy was done.
Sure.
I couldn't do anything. So I finally found
if I drink this also?
You go for it.
Bet.
So I found basically a puddle after days. This is about what? I'd say it's about 6 months in to the events. Almost 7.
6, 7, yeah.
Yeah. But 6 months in, and I'm drinking at this puddle, dying of thirst, and then out of nowhere, I hear something rustle in the something rustle in the bushes, and I hear, and I look up, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
There were 2 lemurs there. I later named Mort and one Maurice.
Right.
And then I nicknamed myself Julian for the time that I was there. And they basically, those 2 lemurs brought me back.
You followed the lemurs, right?
Brought me back to their where they lived.
Their den.
And there were hundreds of lemurs. When I say hundreds, there was so many lemurs.
Whoa.
Many different colors, but they were really cool. And they basically helped me survive. They gave me a bunch of different foods like different nuts, legumes, bananas. They brought me to more puddles so I didn't die of thirst.
It's country reference.
Easy, yep. And basically, while I was living with the lemurs, one night there was a bunch of noise, a big ruckus. Say about maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I got up because a bunch of the lemurs were frantically running around screaming. They were like, what are we gonna do? Yeah. And I was like, Maurice, what's happening? He was like, at this point I know how to speak lemur, so I was like, what was that? And he goes, I was like, there's poachers coming after you because you're rare lemurs that can know how to teach humans your language. And he was like, so I was like, oh no. So I quickly grabbed my stick. It was a really cool stick. It was a big stick. It wasn't shaped like a gun, but it was shaped like a wizard staff. And I jumped from the trees and I whacked one of these poachers on the head. Knocked him out stone cold. And then lit his body on fire so he died. I then took care of the rest of the poachers. And since that day... Pardon?
Nothing.
Oh, in more gruesome ways that I can't talk about or else we will get...
Yeah, no money in
no monetization. And then ever since that day, the lemurs, they made me their king. And I was their leader. So I trained them so that they could protect themselves. I trained them on how to fight.
Right.
With a bunch of staff. So I had about a lemur army about 1,000 strong, all ready to go at a moment's notice. And that was kind of when I finally got back into contact with you. But what happened? What happened during your time?
Right. So I got swept up to Pakistan, and now me being half Indian, I don't like the Pakistanis. So
racism.
I was like, I need to get out of here. So I made my way to India, but at this point, I was separated from you again, and I was in a dark place again, and I was like, you know what? There's so much rage inside me. I need to find a way to center myself, and then I can make my way back to you. Because only when we find inner peace can we truly find those that we have lost. And so I made my way through India and, you know, busy streets and stuff, and it wasn't very peaceful. And I was like, I don't know where to go. And I made my way through the motherland, and or one of the motherlands. We went to two.
Huh?
I went to two motherlands.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
I went to none.
Aw.
The lemurs were my motherland.
Aw.
They're my family now.
And
Should probably contact them. I haven't talked to them a bit.
no, they'll be okay.
They'll listen
We'll
to the
take a trip.
podcast.
Yeah, we'll take a trip. Yeah, you did plug the podcast to them. Yeah. Anyway, made my way up to Nepal and with the monks, and they integrated me into their society, and I took a vow of silence. I shaved my head.
Yeah.
And I was just training, training more. But where I had trained the body in Greece with the baddie, I was now training my soul with these monks.
I thought you would have said mine, but yeah.
My soul and mind.
Oh, that's true.
They're quite interconnected.
Damn.
'Cause
you really gained a level of enlightenment.
Well, initially, I thought it was just my mind, but then I realized my soul was being trained as well.
Yeah.
And my body, because there was also
Because
rigorous.
of the grease patty.
There's also rigorous body training.
Like I guess it would have been easy for you because you've already gone through like that level of like resisting temptation.
That's true. Yeah, and I took a vow of silence, and this was 6 months in, so for about a month and a half, 2 months, and it was hard. Sometimes I wanted to talk.
Yeah.
But
see, I honestly I was kind of in the same situation. Like you didn't talk at all, and I didn't speak any English at that point.
Yeah.
I only spoke Mermanese.
Of course.
And so we both kind of lost our original sense of who we are.
Yeah, that's true. But in other ways, we really found who we were.
It's convenient how we both went through the exact same kind of things
in such different ways.
In different ways, where
the lemurs were your monks.
Yeah, and the monks were your lemurs.
Anyway, and so I was training with these monks, and it was truly a great time because I proved myself to them over some time, and they really treated me well, and it was beautiful. And then one day, the monks they still are, with the times and stuff. Yeah. And so
New York Times.
Yeah, and I got, speaking of New York Times, that's convenient you would say that, because I got a newspaper, and I was reading the newspaper, because the monks do promote reading, because knowledge is a huge part of training the, mind and soul and body.
Knowledge is the gateway to the soul.
This is true. And, I was flipping through a newspaper, and a thing about Madagascar caught my eye, because I love the movie Madagascar, and there was this myth of the locals saying that there was this new king of the lemurs, and someone had gotten a picture, and people were saying it was fake, but anyway, AI or something, and I don't know why they were covering it, the New York Times, but it was actually a Wordle answer as well, and it was lemur, and I got the Wordle, and then I went back to the newspaper, because I was like, oh, that's funny, there's an article about lemurs, because I didn't read it all the way through, and I looked at the picture, and I was like, no way, even in the black and white printing, I was like, that's gotta be him, that's gotta be Finn, how is he there? And then it all made sense. I was like, he must have had that empty mason jar in his pelvic area that kept it afloat, and he must have drifted out of Madagascar. I met these lemurs. I was like, I need to contact him somehow. But I didn't know how, because, how would I do that? Mm-hmm. And I had to vow silence, and I couldn't break, I didn't know what to do. And so I was, so confused. And then, 2 days after that, I was contacted by you, which is crazy, because now you can explain. Yeah.
I had the lemurs. They live in Madagascar, but like humans, they like to travel, and so there was an adolescent lemur who was on his he was on basically a gap year traveling, and he was actually practicing to be a monk.
Right, in a nearby monastery to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you knew this, but Elliot,
the lemur.
Yeah, the monk lemur. He's a lemur from the kingdom that I'm the king of. So once you found out about me, he connected the dots, and he was like, oh my god, the king they must have been speaking about,
Yeah.
family back home, is your friend.
Wow.
And so that's what kind of finally got us into, like, a call.
Yeah, so then you found a phone, and you called me, and I had to break the vow of silence.
I called him on a banana phone.
Yeah, you did. And I went, ring, 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 banana phone. And I picked it up.
Ring, 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 ring. Pick up the phone.
Oh. How convenient. And it was weird. Our conversation was really weird because you started lemur talk.
Yeah.
And I was
I was
just making sounds because I hadn't talked in so long. I was just like, bleh.
Yeah, so it kind of sounded like a lot like this.
It was like,
And
bleh. And then I finally said,
then I was like, hey, dog.
and I was like, what's up, man?
I was like, how you... We'll do like a quote for quote.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is what really happened.
Yeah.
So after the lemur and a monkish talk...
Well, no, just like...
Just silent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of went like this. Hey, man.
What's up, man?
How you been?
I've been coolin'.
What have you been up to?
Well, I drifted out to Pakistan. I didn't want to stay there. I didn't want to stay in India. So I found myself, and I took a vow of silence with the monks. How about you?
Yeah, I know. I you know the empty mason jar you kept making fun of me
Oh,
for
yeah.
in my pelvic
Yeah,
area?
yeah.
It came in clutch.
I knew it!
Yeah, it came in clutch. So, yeah, no, I, like, drifted down to Madagascar, and, like, I'm somehow the king of the lemurs now.
Wow. King,
Yeah.
what do they call you?
Oh, they just call me, like, king.
King.
Or badger. Honey badger. King Julian.
How convenient.
How convenient. But yeah, did you see the other thing in the news? Like, right behind the article of me?
I don't know if I did.
Oh, well, you should probably read it. You know the Oman guy?
Yeah, the Oman man? John
Yeah,
Goon?
John Goon. He's now pushing his environmental plan.
No way.
Yeah. Across the whole world.
Wow.
But it's, like, secretly evil.
Wow. That's why he kidnapped us. But
that's why he kidnapped us.
Why? We didn't know about the plan. Did we?
Wait a minute. Do you remember that night?
The night? The fateful night?
Like 2 weeks before we tried to, like, record our
2 weeks,
podcast?
yeah.
Do you remember when we were, like, walking past Shoppers?
Across?
And we, like, went past that one store that, like, blew up?
Yes.
Do you remember the technology that we found on the ground?
Whoa, I forgot about it.
Do you remember how we briefly looked at it?
It seems like such a distant memory.
Dude, what was the name of the company that was on it?
Was it...
What were the initials?
JG.
Oh my god. John Goon!
And it was made in Oman. Oh, man.
It all makes sense now.
Oh, man, it's making sense.
They must have thought we were going to try and release the
when
bad
we
things about the
recorded that
company.
podcast that night.
That's why they took it.
Little did they know we were just going to do an ASMR podcast.
Dude.
Wow. We had trained
we
for
can't
it,
let
too.
this slide. We've got to get the fans the ASMR podcast. Next episode, we've got to. Or an episode after we catch up on all these events.
Maybe, man.
But we've got to do one thing before we can do that.
What's that?
We need to kill John Goon.
And then I hung up the phone. But then I was like, wait, I don't even know where you are. So I called you back. I was like, wait, I hung up the phone for dramatic effect, but I actually need a plan.
So let me guess, you don't know where to meet me?
No.
Alright, where do you want to meet?
Where do you want to meet?
I don't know, where do you want to meet?
I don't know where you want to meet.
I don't know, what's this like
No,
map?
please, I insist. I insist. Let me pull up a map. Where do you want to meet?
Why don't we meet Where do we meet? Where do you want to meet?
I'm kind of thirsty though.
Me too. Could you go for chocolate milk?
Ooh, yeah, I could.
I know where we should go.
I bet it's on sale too.
I know where we need to go.
Shoppers.
Oh my god. And so that's when we finally hung up the phones.
Yeah.
And we went all the way back.
And the monks were looking pissed. They were like, "Why'd you talk?" But then they didn't break their silence. But they were like mad. But I was like, "I have to go." Yeah. They understood.
And then I went to the lemurs. I was like, "Mom, yeah." And they were like, "Okay, we understand." And I said, and then I was like, and they were like, "Okay, we'll stand ready for when you need us to fight." I was like, "Perfect." So we went back to Shoppers and we finally met up. We embraced another warm hug. A little bit of ass grabbing, but PG.
Only from one of us.
Nah, we got both cheeks on both people. But we got chocolate milk.
Yep.
And we finally went back to the building where it all started.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the police are really bad at what they did. So all the evidence that we needed was still conveniently there. How convenient. It was conveniently there. So we were able to find out
my stomach hurts.
The whole plan of John Goon, which was...
Right, so John Goon was a business tycoon.
Ooh. How do we not notice it? It rhymes.
And yeah, true. And he was from Oman, and he got rich off of oil. But now we know that drilling for oil and oil-based products in cars, it's not great for the environment. And so he had a plan to basically make this new worldwide eco-friendly technology, right? And but he was gonna actually sabotage it, and he was gonna use it to feed more money to his oil company. And so he doesn't actually care about the environment. He was just an evil, evil man, and quite very, very powerful. And we were like, oh man, like, it was just kind of crazy. So anyway, that was his plan from Oman. And we figured it out at this place, and it all kind of tied in. And he was going to launch this worldwide thing, like, pending, in the next couple of days.
The convention was in Geneva in Switzerland.
Yeah, the Geneva Convention.
So we got on a flight.
To Geneva.
Together. We got on a flight, but the problem was since he was so powerful, he had all the airports locked down with international goons.
Yes.
Goons from all over.
International gooners.
We're making sure we didn't get on flights. So we had to improvise. We made our own plane
out of
smuggled luxury cedar wood. Luxury cedar wood.
Yeah.
But the problem was we didn't have the technology or the fuel to power it.
Mm-hmm. And also,
we basically...
You forgot to mention who helped us smuggle the wood.
Yeah.
Parton Smith.
Parton Smith.
He came in clutch, I won't lie. He was just like, you know what? Your testicles did me well. I'll just give it to...
We don't know what he meant by that,
we didn't ask, but... What a guy, honestly.
He was an interesting guy. But he was able to smuggle us some luxury cedar wood.
Yep.
And so we made a plane, and we powered it with bicycles that I had my army of lemurs. They would pedal the bicycles, and that in turn would turn the propeller, and we were able to fly.
All the way to Geneva.
Almost.
Right.
When we were getting over the Alps, that's when things got rocky.
It got bad.
Yeah. And we just, out of nowhere, we got struck by lightning.
What?
And the plane went down in the Alps.
Right.
And that's when, we realized we're like, fuck, there's only a day until, he launches the plane.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We gotta go, so I ran.
We ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, we were running, and we were running down the mountain, and then I tripped on a rock.
I rocked.
So I tripped on a rock, and then I fell down and rolled down the mountain.
Yeah.
And all the lemurs came, running after me.
Yeah.
And then eventually we made it to Geneva, conveniently, on time.
On time.
But unfortunately, inconveniently, there was 2 hours left, and there was a 3-hour line to get into the convention.
You're right.
And that's when you were able to use your skills that you learned to get us in.
Right, because I was still in my monk clothes.
So why don't you tell the people how you did that?
So, the monks... What? It's not really funny.
No.
The monks take this very seriously. So the monks know that they're very well respected, but they don't possession, and they're very grounded. And I actually stood up, and I hovered above the crowd, and I stretched my arms wide, and they just looked at me, and some of them were brought to tears. And
you caused a distraction.
I caused a distraction.
So good that I was able to smuggle in 1,000 lemurs into the convention unnoticed by anybody.
And so then the security was like, "There's 1,000 more things in here. Like we need to cut off the line. We can't let any more people in." But then I was just like, they were like, "But this monk suit's hella chill." So they let me. They were like, "You know what? You can come in, but no one else can." So we skipped the line.
So once we got in though, then we kind of started enacting our plan.
Yeah.
Our goal was, me and Rohan would confront John Goon.
Yeah.
And while that was happening, I would split up my lemurs onto different tasks. I made 200 of them go find all the other goons and try and incapacitate them. Another 300 would go in and hack into the system to shut down all the security measures. Another 499 of my lemurs. They went to control the crowd to make sure everybody was backing up so it'd be safe in case things hit the sideways. And Maurice
hit the sideways.
And Maurice, he just had to be Maurice.
and And I remember saying, Maurice, you just be Maurice.
And so
he was like,
yeah, he was like, so he left to do whatever we thought he was doing.
We forgot about the montage of recruiting these lemurs.
Well, no, they were part of my army.
Well, no, but I remember when they were talking about building the plane, they were all in empty auto shops, and they'd see us in the mirror of a car, and they'd be like,
and they were all dressed up
son of a bitch, which in lemur language is.
And they were all dressed up in the finest of Serbian silk tuxedo suits. And so they were all looking fly as hell.
They were looking fly.
And so Maurice went to do whatever he was gonna do, which will conveniently come back into the story somehow. Conveniently. And so me and Rohan went to confront John Goon.
Yeah, we did.
Who was conveniently alone at this point because all my lemurs that were doing crowd control. He was gonna be there.
They were really good at crowd control.
And I remember like how he said it. Like we'll explain the conversation.
Yeah.
You be me and you.
Okay.
I'll be John
both of us?
Goon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah. So, we walked
I'm
up.
John Goon.
We walked up and he said first,
I knew you would come.
And I was like, oh man, how did you know?
He says, an Omanian man always knows.
And Finn was like, you're no man. You are a traitor and a liar. And I was like, yeah.
And then John Goon said, I may be a traitor and liar, but I'm a rich traitor and liar.
And I said, he's got me there. But then you said, no, Rohan, there is still hope. We can't let him win.
And then John Goon said, hope? What is that? Something rebellions are built off of? No, you can't stop me now.
And then I said, you're wrong, John Goon. Rebellions are built on hope. And we are grounded, more grounded than ever.
And then John Goon said, still, but how are you going to stop me? And then that's when music started kicking in. John Goon's phone started to ring, and it was his ringtone that we realized what he truly was. A K-pop Demon Hunter fan. His ringtone was Golden by Huntrix, and that's when we said,
hey man, I remember saying, hey man, I love that movie. We watched it before, him and I, and I think, this song is really good. It's really good to dance to. There's nothing better than dance.
And then John Goon said, it is a good movie, isn't it? It was good, but the ending...
Oh man, isn't it good?
Oh man, is it good, but don't you think the ending was a bit rushed?
And then we were like, yeah. And he was like, wow, maybe I can agree with my enemies. And then we danced together.
All together. But then, as we were dancing, Maurice came back with a gun. And he shot John Goon dead.
And we were like, oh man.
And we were like,
we did
it. Maurice. And then there was a big Looney Tunes outro where a pig came up and went, that's all folks.
And then we flew home.
Yep.
And we're here.
And then we kind of just been working since then, yeah.
Nothing
this is kind of our first meetup since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what happened.
That's all.
Okay. Until the next time,
Bye, man. Bye. See you. I love you.
Love you too.
Bum, 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 bum. Just please. Long ago, long ago, long ago. Just please. Are we still pondering? Can we be pondering? Are we still pondering? I've got to bum 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 bum. No.